Good morning, world. It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. How y'all feeling today? We got another day of sports talk. It is Wednesday, January 19th. We are almost through January already. That's wild. How are y'all feeling this morning? More Bears news coming down. Got to get into some of that. Could the Bears be interested in possibly bringing somebody in who's willing to move on from Justin Fields? We're also going to talk about the NBA trade news that's coming down the pipeline. Saw one of the most useless trades I've ever seen in my life last night. But also, we're hearing some names that could be on the market. Could be some interesting names on the market. Should the Bulls be in on them, or do we see them go to some different teams? And then, of course, you already know, we got to talk about a little bit of Kyrie, what he had going down last night. Yeah, 2 nights ago, whenever they played Cleveland.
Oh, look, 2 Chainz shorty going on today, huh?
Hey,
Okay.
baby, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I come through.
Oh, well,
Hold on,
I'm gonna
hold on.
buy. I'm
Hold on.
gonna go buy me some drip, man.
You come with the crisp cut, though? First off, you came in here looking like Pete Casanova this morning.
Got my James Brown cape on, baby. It's cold outside.
You can't fool us. That is a blanket.
It definitely is a blanket. I had to find the one that matched the shirt at least.
Hey, man, at least you kept it coordinated. That's really all that
That's
matters.
all that matters right here. Hey, listen, for those who are just down tuning in, this is your boy P.kidd, Pete Casanova, as infamously known. Now, thank you. Shout
Hey,
out to that article for that. No, but shout out to them anyway for including the breeze in that anyway. And
so here's the thing you don't know, right? So behind the scenes, I'm like, so why Pete? I'm sitting here asking questions. So we're gonna get the answer to that today. We're gonna get the answer to that today.
oh, good lord, you asked and he told you.
We got it. It's not the guy that wrote the article, but on the contender side. And shout out to the
Oh
people in the
lord,
chat early, man. Shout out to Noe, shout out to Lavelle, my boy Vale in the building. Shout out to Shay.
yeah. Shout out to y'all, man. Hey, listen, it is still cold. Uh, I don't know what it is. I got this thing on 77 degrees, but in this basement, it is cold. I don't know what's happening.
Hey,
I should have put the hoodie or something like that, but this cover was the closest thing to me. And I'm like, you know what? It's just going to have to do. I'm going to look like a Jedi on TV right now. That's all.
hey, we gotta. That's the thing, right? We really just gotta upgrade the studios one final time and get just the perfect studio because we
I'm
both.
normally fine.
You normally fine, dog. Normally fine. A little chilly this morning, though, huh?
I don't. The thermals is, hey, listen, I couldn't find the thermals for no reason. I normally have a thermal in every color. I don't know. I love thermal. I
And the
love thermals.
purple thermal. You to do with the purple thermal for sure.
I
Now,
definitely have a purple
where
thermal.
do you find that at? Where do you buy the purple thermal?
Amazon.
Of course you do. Hey, while we wait on our guest caller to call in, though, man, we appreciate you guys tuning in. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, man. So we do this every single day during the week, Monday through Friday. And y'all know we got so much stuff going on here. We got Bulls live call. We got the videos that we drop. We got we. I'm gonna be honest with you. Think I'm gonna just start getting back to them. The clips be hitting terribly off of it. Just a little insider. The clips be hitting terribly for this show. So I might have to just get back to breaking it down. Although they be the national clips. Maybe I just got to post the Chicago stuff. But no, appreciate y'all for showing love to the show, man.
We gotta work out the algorithm. It's all right.
We gonna keep it rocking and rolling. Let's get it started, man. Cause while he's Pete Casanova to many, he's Petty Casanova here. So I know he was loving when he saw this topic come across the board. Cause it's something that we both said that would it be a hindrance for the Bears? Would it be something that would hold the Bears back? Would it be something that would keep the Bears from signing a GM or going after the GM they thought they wanted, or going after the GM that they thought they could get in the building if it meant you had to trade Justin Fields?
Chicago fans, we just don't know how to act. We wish we we get what we ask for. We have to be careful what we ask for because one of the questions I asked was, "What happens if the new GM comes in and cleans house?" And mind you, no matter what we say about what Justin Fields could be, there is there's no difference between what we saw on the field with the opportunity he had than the QB we got rid of for him.
Now, there's a difference. There's a difference. There's passes that Justin Fields made that were amazing. I can't go that far. There are passes that Justin Fields made on the field that are amazing passes that passes that shouldn't have gotten through, passes that the one where he's rolling left, sees Darnell Mooney coming back right, drops that. That's not an every quarterback pass.
Here's the thing. Great. I've seen him make passes. And again, I'm a Justin Fields fan. The jersey's hanging up right there.
A little early for me on the jersey, I'm not gonna lie. But your wife got it for you.
My wife got it for me, but she got it for me because I liked it. She got it for me because I was looking at buying a jersey. Like I'm a Justin Fields fan, but I'm also a realist.
Yeah.
It's a point, was he a 25.7% QPR? Guess what? No matter what we say,
it's great for the story at this point.
hey, no matter what we say, guess what? Mitch never had a QBR that low.
Well,
even in his rookie season, he had 7 games started. Never had a QBR that low.
No, this is the thing though. It's hard to have a QBR higher than that when you had, what was his QBR in the Browns game? When you have a QBR like that, it's hard to build your QBR back up.
Well, he had 10 opportunities outside of that.
Had 10 opportunities.
And the statement that always gets labeled, or the narrative that always gets, tacked to Trubisky is, if you were good enough, we would have seen it.
Yeah, but we weren't tacking that on to him rookie year.
Rookie year, he was getting played like Trey Lance. Justin Fields didn't get played like Trey Lance. Justin Fields got played like a starter.
Rookie year, Mitch didn't get played like Trey Lance. Rookie year, Mitch absolutely got playing time because after 4 games, they said, wow, you paid $18 million and this dude cannot play the sport of football.
Mm-hmm. Mitch played 7 games.
Yeah,
7 games.
But it was still, there was they wanted to do him like they did Justin, right? They wanted to do Mitch like they did Justin. It was so bad. You know what? It was literally the worst I've ever seen a quarterback perform in the history of sports. Watching Mike Glennon under center until I watched him go over to the New York Giants. And then that was the worst I'd ever seen a quarterback. Anywhere Mike Glennon goes, just watch that. That's the new low. But even with all that said, as we got our caller calling in now, we're gonna pause on the conversation because we want to get to the bottom of Pete Casanova, right? Also, we've got Stephon the Don in the building. Steph, what's good?
Yo, what's good?
How you feeling, my boy? Good to see you.
I'm good. What's good, y'all?
Now, for those of y'all who don't know, there was an article written up about Kidd, about the Breeze going to the Daily Show, and it referred to me as Pat, the designer, and it referred to my co-host as Pete Casanova, a Peter John Casanova. And so we all were wondering why. like you mixed P.kidd with Petty Casanova, or did you mix? So we had to figure out what led to that. And we're finding out now that what led to that was actually the co-founder of the Contender, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rob Dawson, welcomed into the show. Rob, what's going on? Oh, hold up. Got to unmute the tab. There we go. Oh, Rob, what's happening, man?
Hey, guys. What's going on? P.kidd, sorry. first of all. About what happened. Yeah. So how about that story? First of all, we didn't think it took a while. We put that story that released out like was a week ago or something.
Yeah.
And we didn't think it was being written. It was written about on Monday. We had caught it, and then James, this is my other co-founder, said, "Yeah, that's not his name." So what happened was, Pat, I shared the picture with you. Do you have it? The ability to show it on the video?
Oh yeah, we got the picture.
Okay.
Ladies
So
and gentlemen,
I'm trying to.
Mr. Pete Casanova.
This is, yeah. If you're watching on video, this is. So I'm searching around because P.kidd, you're on Instagram and Twitter. You know, those are your two primary. Are you on other social media? I know you're on those two, right?
Yeah, on Facebook.
So I'm searching around on Facebook, and I was like, I think I know what his real name is. So I searched. Facebook and came up with this Peter Casanova, Peter A. Casanova here on Facebook. And I was like, oh yeah, that's absolutely him. That's him. He's just, younger. It's like 9 years ago. So the picture I think dated here of this man is from 2012. So I went along. All right, his real name is Peter. I went ahead and wrote it. Now, I did include P.kidd in there as your air name, and then your real name, which I thought was Peter, and obviously it was not. So Facebook duped me. Now, first of all, Pat, you know Chicago better than I do. I thought that might be Grant Park in the background. Is that anything in Chicago related? The background. I looked at it, like, oh, he's standing in the park in Chicago. That's him.
I don't think that's Chicago. I don't think that's Chicago at all.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know.
Like that, though.
So I apologize, but I
that makes it better
because I showed James. I was like, "This isn't him. This isn't him." And James was like, "Nah, man, that's not him." Because see, I never met you in person when I was out there. James did, and he's like, "I met him before, and this is not him. I swear to God, that's not him." So.
Hey Rob, it's all good, man.
All good, bro. I promise you it is. This is hilarious to me.
It made my day.
This is hilarious. I'll be honest with you.
Oh my God, dog. You know what? It kind of looked like you a little bit, though.
You know what?
Hey,
at a quick glance, I was like, "Did I wear that suit?"
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Me though, he dresses smooth as him. You feel me? He looked like he can get the waves on point. I mean,
I'm gonna be honest with you. That doesn't look tailored, but 9 years ago, I wasn't rocking tailored suits. I had to.
You know what I'm saying?
10 years ago, my game wasn't up like that. Now I can't walk out the house without the tailored suit.
No tie. It's the no tie that's definitely like, no, that could be Kidd.
No, he has a tie on. It's a black tie on.
Nah, it's definitely Kidd doppelganger, bro.
I definitely wouldn't be out in public with the beard like that, though. I don't know why that just don't fit right there. like you have to have a cup of coffee or something like that. I don't know what's why is he having a Bud Light right now with the universe right there. I don't understand. This is hilarious.
The funniest thing is we don't even. The funniest thing is we don't even know who this is. Like now we got to get him to be one of the fans of your show now that it's out
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to reach out to him and send him a message just like, hey, dog, we wrote an article about you. I hope you know. Hey, this is hilarious, Rob. You know what? I get it. I get it. Hey, next time, please just text me, though. Like, I promise you, it's okay.
Yeah. Hey, Rob.
Yeah, I said we did a lot of things wrong with that. We were trying to get that document out. We're always a day behind, and I apologize for that, and we will be more careful next time. But I'm glad that it was able to become a bit because it was so hysterical too. I said, James, this is him though. This is him. He's like, no, it's not him. So, but in all seriousness, you guys do a great show. We love having you on every morning, and from time to time, hey, you know what? Making fun of us is part of the bit, So I enjoyed this too, and I was glad to be a part of your show a little bit this
morning. Hey, shout out to you, Rob.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Clearing that up, man. Stay safe this morning.
All right, see you, man.
All right, you are.
Rob Dawson, who does a great job keeping our show running on the Contender side, dog.
Absolutely.
Oh God, that was. We had to get into that, dog. Man, I mean, it's basically you.
It really is.
I think I got a little more drip than Buddy, though. I don't know. Like,
I give you a little. You know what? I'll say this. I think that suit, even untailored, a little loose. Little loose for the suit. You know what I'm saying? He seemed like he built a little more on Ringo's frame size, and the suit was made for somebody like me. A little loose on the suit. But also, 10 years ago, he's probably killing the game right now at this point. First off, shout out to this dude's last name for really being Casanova.
I hope it is. And if it is,
that's a legend.
That's he needs to. If he's not doing something great with that, he's just wasting a good name right there.
He's got to be slaying them left and right at this point.
Oh my God!
Oh, that was a great start to the show, man.
That was a great start to the show.
Oh, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us as always, man. I'm glad y'all here to enjoy these moments with us because we don't be knowing what's gonna happen some mornings on these shows. So, Insider, real talk. Every morning I get up just to double check. We kind of have an idea what we're going to talk about, but every morning I get up just to double check kind of what the news is and stuff like that. Make sure we don't miss nothing. Some mornings you wake up, there's no news. So we come into these shows literally just like, we really finna chop it up for 3 hours. Just having regular conversation.
I'll be up to like 12 making sure I got a talking point because if I'm going to chop it up, I'm at least have something to chop up about. Like I'm going to stretch the heck out of something, you know?
Obi stretch. But it's always good when we can have the moments just to like break up the monotony of it, man. Like that was priceless. That was a great start to the show. All right.
The Steph doppelganger is next. The Pat brother Morocco, the architect now, Mr. Casanova being Kidd's double next to Steph.
We do need a Steph one. I ain't gonna lie to you. At least mine is a GM candidate.
Whatever.
Listen,
whatever.
The thing is,
nobody ever compared me to somebody who's not famous.
If Morocco's round get hired, we clowning him every week though.
Hey, listen,
I'm clowning him every week. Every good move we make, I'm gonna praise you. Every bad move, I'm gonna say, I'm going in. I'm like, bro, we didn't put you in office for this trash, dog. Like, what's going on here?
Come get your brother, bro.
Oh God! Then on top of that, if we don't get the press passes, we didn't put you in office for nothing. What's he doing?
Your own brother didn't put you on the list, man. Man, forget y'all, dog. Let's get back into this topic though, because so for me, right, I look at Justin Fields' rookie year as there was a lot of missed opportunity. There was a lot of misses from Matt Nagy. There was a lot of misses from Justin Fields. There was a lot of misses from Bill Lays. There was a lot of misses on this field in general. But I also look at Justin Fields' rookie year as I saw talent. I saw that this kid can play the quarterback position. I saw that, yes, there's some decision-making issues. Maybe he holds the ball too low. Those are things that can be fixed and hopefully will be fixed. But at the end of the day, I believe that if we get somebody, and the person I think that everybody's kind of leaning towards here for if you get somebody in that they might want to make some changes is Rick Smith. If Rick Smith comes in, maybe he wants to get the quarterback that he drafted in 2017 back into the room And if there's an opportunity at all, and to me, he's really the one quarterback you can do it with because of we've already seen how he deals with a struggling offensive line. If you could go get Deshaun Watson, 210% Justin Fields is on the first thing smoking. And I think Justin's going to be good. I think Justin's talented. But if there's any shot at getting Deshaun Watson, and you understand that comes with the caveat of you're probably getting rid of somebody on the defensive side as well. You're probably getting rid of Justin Fields and possibly Darnell. Like, you're going to send not just Justin Fields. You're sending somebody else that's going to be making money on the other side. Because you basically, all your money, like everybody's like, the Bears have all this cap space opening up. That's because we ain't paid nobody yet. So if there's a situation like that where you can get the dude that is claimed as the Michael Jordan of football by his college coach into the building, yes, you make that deal. It's not even a question.
The one thing I will say is this, and this is not to kill Fields, because we can look at the games he played, games where the offense was definitely catered to his skill set and stuff like that, and we can see improvement. We can see improvement in the data, in the games, and stuff like that. It's absolutely there.
Yeah.
But Justin Fields is not. How do I say this appropriately? Justin Fields is not the piece that you need to be holding your hat on or hanging your hat on for the Chicago Bears. He's not right now. He's shown you nothing to be that guy right now. Let's be very clear. The only people who've actually shown us to be those guys in our locker room are actually in our running backs, to be honest with you, offensively. And Mooney.
And I'll trade them in a heartbeat.
And Mooney. But as far as our quarterback is concerned, he's had the same up and down play as our previous quarterback in his first year. I don't care about anything else. Everything else is relatively an excuse. When we sit there and we look at the data, we look at what actually happened, we look at what the actual issues were. It's an excuse. We just want him to be good. We do want him to be good. I want him to be good. But just off paper, if someone was to come in and say, all right, we got to get rid of this kid, I couldn't sit there and say that they're wrong. The only thing I would say is it would be one of the biggest what ifs.
It's a decision that absolutely could, if you don't get the right quarterback back in, or if you get the quarterback back and something crazy happens, he gets hurt, or like I said, we're talking about for Deshaun Watson. All of a sudden, Deshaun can't play again because of the allegations that are against him right now.
Russell Wilson was in that article too.
To me, I wouldn't do it for Russ.
I would.
I wouldn't do it.
He's only 2 years older than Deshaun.
I wouldn't do it for Russ because no, Russ is older.
He's 3 years older.
You swinging on that. Russ is like
Sean is 26.
Nah, Russ. I know Russ is like 30 something now.
Yeah, Russ is in his 30s.
Russ is 30.
Russ is
33.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, dog, you way too low.
Whoa, you are like.
I was like,
he's 7 years old. He's 7 years old.
That is high. He's been in the league for a minute.
He's 7 years old.
And it's not to say that you couldn't get Russell Wilson in here and he could be successful, but he couldn't be successful. But the thing for me with Russell Wilson is, if you get Russell Wilson in here, well, one, you wouldn't have to trade for. Oh no, you would. He still got one more year, right? No, he's a free agent this year, right?
No, he has. So this year, last year it was $34 million. If you would have traded him.
Oh, it's easier to trade for him this year.
Yeah. So and then I think this year is what 26.
Yeah. It's easier to trade for him.
26. He's old. For me, I'm just looking at it like I'm not doing it unless it's Deshaun or Russ. Like
I would 33. That's too many years to give up on.
Right.
That's too many years to give up on with Russ. You talk about a kid that's 21. I'm not saying that Justin Fields is going to be the next big thing, but to me, Russ is 33.
Yeah, I mean,
Listen, I understand Tom Brady is absolutely being continuing what he's doing in his later age, and Aaron Rodgers is up there. That don't mean everybody's going to be like that. We're talking about two dudes that have absolutely not taken the shots Russell Wilson has taken in his career. Or at least for a while, I guess. What's Tom's last real injury? The major injury.
last real injury.
I guess the MCL, that's a major injury. You take
when-
MCL, that's a major injury. I ain't buying that he played on it all season, but and
Yeah,
it's not
but-
about I want y'all
We
to
can have Russ well into Arlington. Like Russ could come here and be our starting QB well into Arlington.
It's nice that he want to do that.
Yeah,
I'm feeling that, but I'm with Pat, bro. Everybody ain't Aaron Rodgers and everybody ain't Tom. Like
you never know how to win that ball.
and you got as great as Russ is, and Russ is great.
Russ is great.
He need a line, dog.
There's a risk on both ends.
Now, if it's me, all I gotta do is bring the right dude in. And hey, out of all the head coaching candidates that we saw over the weekend, Brian Daboll is the one that showed out the best.
All that's fine and dandy, but at the end of the day, it's a risk on either
And then
end.
too, if you look at it, Komet, say what you want to say.
Komet is not a factor in anything. Cole Komet is not a factor in anything.
No, I'm saying
Cole Komet is a white dude running on the field.
Again, this is still the same thing, dog. It's a risk on either end.
Komet only. Hey, them games that y'all was losing, he was absolutely catching them passes though.
He wasn't catching touchdowns.
He wasn't catching touchdowns. At the end of the day, it's a risk on either side. You cannot sit here and say, "Oh, this guy's too old," and Justin can actually be this young QB, this nice little shiny new toy that doesn't work out. The risk is the same on both ends. He could get hurt just like Russ could get hurt.
No,
right?
Fact.
That's in fact, he's had 5 different injuries this season. So at this point, it is one of those things where it's a risk on either end. There is no actual leg to stand on. It's a risk. It all depends on who the GM is and the risk they're willing to take and how fast they're willing to move to get the team back to the position they want to be in. If you get Russ, you get Watson, you need to be a playoff team. You need to win a playoff game. Off top, you have to be in that situation.
Okay,
if you do not do that,
real quick, for the both of y'all. So, Pat, who's your and I know you said this, but who's your coach GM duo?
For me, you go Rick Smith, Brian Flores.
Same.
And
both of those guys, guess who they want?
So right there,
Pat, who they want?
I feel like
I don't know. I don't know if Smith want to go get his boy back or if he really want to rock with Watson.
That's what I was gonna say.
Smith is the question because it's about does he want to go get Justin back or does he want to go get Deshaun back? And it's also about can you go get Deshaun back? Like the Bears aren't exactly in a great trading place right now for Deshaun Watson. Although the Texans aren't in a great position to trade him either. So maybe you get a discount on that, especially. Here's the thing, right?
The Texans won 3 first-round picks and two young pieces.
Yeah, we don't have that.
Don't have it.
We just don't. Ryan traded them away. We don't have 3 first-round picks to give you.
And one nothing.
And we don't have any second-round picks to give you either, honestly. But
I can give you a bag of chips.
This is the thing, right? This is the thing. The reason that Deshaun is it for me is because Russ with a poor line at 26 could get it done.
Facts.
Russ with a poor line at 33 struggled. Not to say he still didn't play well. He still didn't have a great season this year. He had the injury. If you look at his numbers with the games he missed, he still had a really good season.
Absolutely.
But you saw when you watch the games, you see, okay, like Russ don't have the speed to just elude everybody anymore and get rid of this thing, play in and play out. I watched Deshaun with a bad offensive line 2 years ago. And no receivers. And no run game. And he still led the league in passing yards, and he led the league in touchdowns. Am I wrong on that?
Just passing yards.
Just passing yards? He was up there in touchdowns.
The only caveat to what you said about Russ, I don't think it's partially on the offensive line. The Seahawks never switched the scheme, dog.
Like his offensive line is terrible though. Yeah, I know because they first round pick is here.
Yeah, but the Seahawks never switch scheme. It's like, yo, we got Lockett, we got DK. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna run this flat route, and then once we get to like 2nd and 1, we gonna take this shot, and Lockett is gonna burn whoever that is over the top, or DK is, and then we finna get a touchdown. Like
Russell Wilson. This is the thing, right? Russell Wilson makes is there's certain quarterbacks that make their receivers better.
Russ can make his receivers
Russ
better.
makes his receivers better.
DK Metcalf just went catching crap. I'm never picking DK up again in life. I don't know what it is. DK sold all season. Even with Russ throwing to him, you the biggest man on the field, the fastest man on the field, apparently, from all the clips that we keep watching. And guess what? You couldn't catch he couldn't catch the ball with the ball stuck to his glove. That's all I'm trying to say right there. Nah.
Here's the question I want to address too, because Jay Crit in the chat, shout out to Crit for pulling up with us this morning, man. He said you guys aren't asking the big question, what's Watson's legal status? Here's the thing though. Let's not confuse this. At no point, because of the allegations against Deshaun Watson or not, could he not play football this year. The Houston Texans paid him all year to go away. Because Deshaun showed up to training camp. Deshaun showed up like he was going to play. Deshaun was ready to be on the sidelines. The Houston Texans told Deshaun Watson, we don't want you to play. Go home.
And
Deshaun Watson absolutely could have played this season. And if he was traded to Miami, he probably would have played this season. And
Big Ben was playing with an allegation looming that whole season.
People playing with allegations
hey,
left.
Man, Contavious Caldwell Pope played on house arrest, bro.
And that's the most wild one ever. He could only play home game. He was Kyrie Irving.
He played on house arrest. What are we talking about? I think that cause you know the only person, and I'm glad y'all brought up Brian Flores, because the only person that did their due diligence and looking into what was going on with that was Brian, and it checked out. They wanted to make the trade.
Yeah,
the GM just wanted to do it.
Well, and here's the thing, right? As a GM, first off, nah, you dumb. I'm sorry, you're dumb if you picking Tua over Deshaun Watson. But I understand being leery on making the move because the GM, you're bringing people in that are going to be, you're bringing in the face of the franchise. So now if something happens and that dude can't play, your face is now gone. And you're not only bringing in the face, you're giving up a ton of draft capital with it. So I understand the risk reward there. There's a huge risk with trading for Deshaun Watson. But
I also have
is the juice worth the squeeze?
Yep, and then there's something to be said.
Because at the end of the day, I think the package that they would have gave up was Tua, Mike Gesicki. They had the three first round picks, and probably Fuller. So then after that,
that's your risk right there. Not Will Fuller, not Mike Gesicki, not The players at that point don't. Your risk right there is you're giving up 3 first-round picks. So if something happens where Deshaun can't play, you have no way to fix it. I understand why the
Hey,
GM.
man, hey, that's something I'm willing to take. You give me Deshaun Watson with Jalen Waddle. I still got two other tight ends I'm not using and a ready-made defense. Hey, we ready to rock.
No, I'm with you, but you're thinking from the standpoint that Deshaun comes in and Deshaun plays, and he could have played. He was available.
I guarantee you that's what Brian Flores thought.
That's what Brian Flores thinks. That don't mean that's what the legal system is going to do. That don't mean that that's what there's an entity of this that is attached to Deshaun that's completely outside of football.
But to be fair, though, it is innocent until proven guilty, and oftentimes we confuse that because we say, "Well, look at the cases, look at the numbers, this, that, and the other." And there's something to be said for a man that was like, "Hey, I'm not trying to settle for nothing." There's something to be said about it. Now, do I think that he is, beyond reproach? No. Still think he put himself in a horrible position. Still think that
multiple times you got to
relax. Multiple times.
Multiple times.
But let's be real clear about some things. We first heard those allegations, and then not a man in sight was like, "Yeah, Deshaun did that." We didn't readily think that.
It was because of how Deshaun said it.
We didn't think it, and we also have to look at for the simple fact that he was like, "Nah, somebody would have made that go away easy." He got paid enough. Hey, listen, $10 million, he can make that go away easy.
Well, no,
boom, shut up.
There was a settlement that was on the table, but they didn't want to.
He denied the first one.
No, there was a settlement from him that was going to them that was on the table, and Shorty said, "No, I want to tell my story in court." And Deshaun was like, "All right, I'll see you there." It was more of a Deshaun. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
First, Deshaun did not want to settle. When the trade was going through to Miami,
when the trade was going to go through, then he was like,
that was a contingency that they had that he had to settle. So he moved forward to settle.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying he came out and said, "I'm willing to settle." It was because of the trade. He was like, "All right, do y'all want to make this go away? Like, is it money y'all after? Like, what are y'all after here?" And they was like, "Nope, I want to go to court." And he was like, "All right, well, I'll see you there." But no, it's, to me, that's the only name that you make a trade for that's out there. I'm not taking Derrick Carr over Justin Fields right now. I'm not taking who else is out there right now? Baker Mayfield can absolutely eat it. Never mind. It wasn't Baker, by the way. I don't know if anybody watched the end of the season in LA, but it wasn't Baker. Or it wasn't OBJ.
He forgot to play football.
I was about to say it wasn't Baker.
It wasn't OBJ.
He forgot to play football, by the way. I'm just letting y'all know.
I wouldn't take Jimmy G.
I wouldn't take Jimmy G.
I wouldn't take Jimmy G over Justin. I feel like Justin.
Nah, because the Bears don't have a defense to take on Jimmy G.
Well, this is my thing, right? We all agree that it's really just like this is a situation that could come into play if Rick Smith comes in and Brian Flores comes in because of the attachment they had already had there. We really agree it's really just for Deshaun if this is going down.
No Aaron Love. No Aaron Love.
Years.
Man, look.
38? Aaron ain't coming here anyway. He already said that. Aaron already said, he was like, "Listen, I get y'all want to have a good story. I'll never play for the Chicago Bears.
Hey,
it's okay." Like this rivalry thing, I get that y'all think it's not a rivalry, but it is. Like, I'll never play for the Chicago Bears. And then my favorite part is he's like, and who would leave and go play in the cold again? It's cold here. What I'm gonna go to less cold?
All I'm saying is this: when I saw the thing, I saw the report, and we had those conversations. I looked at it with no emotions attached. No emotions attached tells me that there's a good chance, not a good chance, but there's a fair chance that given the right GM, that they move on. And you know what? I would applaud the move.
This is the
But I think the reason why I would applaud the move because you're making a decision. You're coming in. You're saying, "Hey, this is the team I want to set up.
Yep.
This is what I'm doing," and it would be a break from the norm for what we've been through as an organization and as a fan base. Now, do I love the fact that? Do I love the idea? No, I'm not in love with the idea. But given the facts of the situation, there's a good chance the kid doesn't work out. There's a chance on either end that he doesn't work out. There's a chance that he is no better than Baker Mayfield.
I think
that's what the stats and what the team. That's what it looks like. If you look at Baker Mayfield last year, Baker Mayfield looked really elite. There wasn't a throw he couldn't make. Now they talking about getting rid of him.
There was some throws.
Oh, last year there wasn't a throw he couldn't make. That dude was balling. He was absolutely elite.
The first part of the season.
Listen, I'm not. There's no QB in the league who doesn't have, even Aaron Rodgers, even this season, first half of this season, wasn't all that great. He definitely picked up
the first game of the season.
The first, yeah. Come on, dog. The first game of the season.
Yeah, the first game of the season.
He had some ups and downs. Even by his own admission, he had some ups and downs. He said it on the Pat McAfee show.
The only down point in Aaron's season
was discussing the vaccine, dog.
The only thing I'm saying is the man said it himself. Had some struggles earlier this season. And his struggles are just better than a lot of other people's struggles. That's all I see.
Listen, I would love for my quarterback to have some Aaron Rodgers struggles.
But understand the business of football first.
Aaron, you look like you were struggling this week. What was going on? Yeah, man, just Lord, I don't know, man. 4 tutties, but that one pick just got me right there. And that's a struggle, man. But you guys still won 65-7, though. Pick 6, though.
Pick 6.
Nah, but I here's the thing that Bears fans have to realize coming into this. Nobody's safe.
Nobody.
This team is not good. 6 wins is not good. Do not overvalue the talent that is here. There is talent here. We think Darnell Mooney's a number 1. Darnell Mooney's not a number 1 on another team. Darnell Mooney's a number 1 here. You send Darnell Mooney to any other team, he is a clear number 2.
Justin Fields is a backup on another team.
Justin Fields should have been a backup. And listen, at a minimum, Matt Nagy got one right. He got one right before he left. Which I still don't believe George talked about. I'm uncomfortable with you asking me. You told him to play that mug.
Hey, it is what it is.
But the talent, you have one.
He's a really good backup with a lot of potential.
Really good backup. You have
he's a backup right now.
You have one great player on this team. Roquan Smith. That's it.
He plays on the defense.
Roquan Smith. That's your one great player. Do not overvalue your assets. If there's one player that I would be upset that the Bears got rid of coming into this season, it would be Roquan Smith. That's it. If the Bears got rid of Justin Fields, I would be like, well, that's interesting. Let's see how this works out. But
do you trade him because you don't want to waste his years, though?
No, nobody's doing that. This is the NFL. The waste your years argument and stuff like that. Nobody believes in that. we didn't want to waste his years. If that's the case, Portland should have traded Dame Lillard 10 years ago.
Well, no, that's
different sport.
Every single season wasted.
Different sport. But how do you waste someone's second year? He's barely 2 years.
No. I'm not talking about Justin. I'm talking about Roquan.
No, I'm not trading Roquan because I don't want to waste his years. If Roquan don't want to waste his years, don't re-sign here. If you think your years are going to be wasted. You're a good talent. Guess what? I'm going to throw a bag at you.
No, not good, dog. Great.
Great talent. Boom, take it.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. The only person better in the league than Roquan Smith is Bobby Wagner.
Here's a blank check.
At his position.
Here's a blank check.
Only person better in the league is Bobby Wagner.
Nah.
Pick a number underneath this. Give you a cap. Any number underneath there, you can have it. What you want? Can't
I
pay
would
you
like
more than
for
this.
you to not get to this number, but if you get to this number, you will get paid this number.
So here's a blank check. I'll see you in 24 hours. Think
No,
about it.
nobody's safe on this team.
Hey, you know what's funny? He said Fields
Pretty
just needs the
folks
right
said
system
Robinson
around
is
him.
good. Robinson might be good. Your quarterback don't want to use him. Let's not get it twisted. Allen Robinson not being a part of the game plan is not because he wasn't the number one. Allen Robinson not being a part of the game plan is because when he was the number one, Justin Fields was looking at his number two. That's why Allen Robinson fell out of the game plan. Because Justin Fields absolutely was going to Darnell Mooney no matter what's going on.
Did Justin Fields just pull a Baker Mayfield?
Did Justin pull a Baker? Nah, not really, because Baker was still going to OBJ. Baker just couldn't hit him in the hands. Justin wasn't even looking Allen way. Allen
so
left
worse.
Allen left some weeks with 4 targets. That mug said, "Hey, listen, we don't need you here." But I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I don't know, maybe it was something where him and Allen just didn't click and him and Darnell did. I don't know. But let's not overvalue what's in the room. Let's not overvalue David Montgomery, who's a running back. Listen, y'all not going to like what I got to say about David Montgomery, but he absolutely should not get a paycheck. You know why? Because the dude said not that he shouldn't get a paycheck. He should not.
That's kind of harsh. Good Lord.
He should not. Yeah, I'm not paying him week to week. He should not get top money because the dude behind him can play football
really well.
You know what builds running backs? Good offensive lines. David Montgomery is a good running back because we have a bad offensive line, and he's making it happen with a bad offensive line. But I'm absolutely not going to throw a bag at you. My max, I give you $8 million a year, 4 years.
You pay him 32 over 4?
Yep. That's all you getting out of me.
You generous. I don't even think Belichick would have did that.
Hey, listen, well, that's the thing. I know he can do it with a bad offensive line. We've essentially broken him, so I give you a couple extra millions on top. You know what I'm saying? Hey, no, facts. No, he said paid him $15 an hour. Facts. You're a running back. You know why? Because I can go into the 5th round and find you a replacement. And in fact, I don't even have to go to the 5th round because your replacement's already here.
Y'all tough. Y'all something else.
Fam, I don't pay running backs.
Khalil Herbert got you.
Hey, how did paying Ezekiel Elliott work? That big playoff performance he gave.
It worked out real well, man. Don't be hating on him.
The thing that was horrible about that was that man still had money left on his deal. He went to a concert, threw a fit, and was like, Jerry, pay me, Jerry. Pay me, and did nothing. Yeah. Absolutely nothing.
You know what? I actually have no problem with them paying. That's business. That's business.
Nah, you know why?
Dumb business. That's bad business.
There's dudes in the 5th round that were rookies this year that outperformed Ezekiel Elliott.
Plus, Tony.
And Ezekiel Elliott had a better line to stand behind.
Tony Pollard running behind that line.
Tony Pollard outperformed him, and he's in the same room.
Tony is going so hard for this rookie real quick. I love it. I love to see it. You do not give up on him after 1 year.
Listen, nobody's giving up on Justin.
He just may not be the best fit for this situation.
No, what we're saying is if Deshaun Watson says, hey, I'd love to be a Chicago Bear, I got to make that move.
Do you think that he actually does that? Because, I mean, y'all did pass on him.
Players like being where they're comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Players like to be where they're comfortable. They want to be in a situation where they know that the people in place are looking for their best interests. Deshaun Watson realized down in Houston, they weren't looking for his best interest. You know why? Because they got rid of everybody that was talented around him except him. Hey, we want to protect you. Nah, let's take that protection away.
I don't think it should be just Derek Carr could be potentially on the move somewhere.
Mike Davidson said, "We got it, Pat. You'd either trade your running backs for a bag of Doritos and some hot cheese, or pay them." Hey, listen, same price though. We're not. Listen, I love David Montgomery. I like how hard he runs now. I like him being back there last year. It's not Derrick Henry back there. You pay Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry, you pay. You're not going to find another Derrick Henry for another 15 years. Adrian Peterson, you pay. There's certain running backs that come in and you pay them. But you know what? Saquon Barkley ain't that dude. Ezekiel Elliott ain't that dude.
Saquon was before injury, though. I think he's going to bounce back.
Nah, he going to bounce back. He just got, bro.
He gonna bounce back.
They get the other side of that line right.
If it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. Y'all been saying if there for 5 years. You ain't had a winning record at any point. Come on, dog. Talk about wasting people's careers. Hey,
dog,
if you give sympathy to anybody, trade that man.
Mara made me so mad because it's just like, dog. He finally gets on the podium, bro, after we don't hear from him. You know what? Right after he paid Joe Judge $15 million to just go away. You know what? I'm embarrassed and ashamed. I am embarrassed and ashamed of the product that we have on the field right now. No.
Yeah. Hey, you wasn't embarrassed and ashamed the last 5 years, dog. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to y'all though. He stood through that because the Bears never would have stood through that if the fans stopped coming like that. Y'all stadiums used to be empty. Like disrespectfully.
Because the whole plan was, okay, even if we don't get Eli, we re-signed Odell, and we still got Saquon. It's about to be up. We got the best duo in the league.
Yeah. You don't.
Never did, not just
you don't. Hey, we appreciate y'all rocking with us this morning, man. Hey, if y'all got to bust a move, go to work, just get up and start moving about your day. You can't sit here on YouTube. You don't got the YouTube Premium, don't got the YouTube Red. Download the Contender app, man. The Contender, where you can hear nonstop sports talk while you're on the clock. Get to listen to us over there live every morning from 6 to 9. Appreciate y'all showing this love and being here with us this morning, man. So listen, because we've kind of broken it down, and the Bears are basically taking a shotgun approach to GM, which is getting interesting. Shotgun approach to GM head coach. Hey, have you ever coached in the league before? Hey, we'll talk to you. At this point, I'm surprised Kidd ain't put in an interview. Kidd, they wouldn't interview you because of your game plan.
What's my game plan?
Kid walking in the door, trade everybody, fire everybody. I'm starting new. Hey, ticket booth lady, get them out of here.
If you asked me how I would actually do it, you're not too far off. Okay. I would actually roll that joint.
This is Kidd. They're taking him around the building. The players is in there. You get introduced. He just, you're cool. Forget you. You're cool. What's up, Roquan? All right. The rest of y'all can go.
The best.
Kidd would be. What was that movie? What's the movie with Denzel? Was that Equalizer 2? Where he ended up busting up in the they was making all the drugs in there, And so he ended up shutting down Buddy Drug Ring, but he was giving all the workers 10 grand on the way out from the money that was in the vault. He's like, there you go. Hey, Mr. Johnson thanks you. Mr. Johnson thanks you. Mr. Johnson for your you want a double? Mr. Johnson thanks you for your service.
Mr. Durr, it's not that fact. I don't have a Biscuits jersey. I have a Fields jersey. So I like Fields. I'm just a
It
realist.
would definitely bring in biscuits for the competition, though.
Oh, I absolutely would. I absolutely would. Here's a funny thing. I would absolutely go in there.
Stallion?
I'll tell you this right now. I go in there with my cup of coffee just like this. Hey, listen. Love all you all. Sincerely. Hope you all take care of your families. Don't get too comfortable at these cubicles. Don't get too comfortable at these little cubby holes right here. I know they're nice and cushy. Your jersey's in it. Don't get too comfortable. You absolutely have to compete for every single part of it. Because guess what? The best I give you a funny story. First time I walked into a sales situation. It's the first time I walked into a real sales org, and it was commission only, but everybody there was making like 90K. Right?
Yeah.
I walk in, and the guy was like, "Yeah, we run a tight ship." And he's going through, and his exact words is, "Everyone here grinds. Everyone here is a winner, but everyone here knows that at any point, someone like you can walk in and take their spot, which is why no one's here to greet you, because you're the competition." I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And I beat him to his office, right? In there, he's talking all about the competition. I sat there and said, "Okay, so how do I sell this product? Like, what are we talking about right here?" He says, "That's why you'll win here." Now, mind you, I had just gotten married. I was going on my honeymoon. I told him, I don't want to. After I got off my honeymoon, I was like, I don't think I want to do that. But at the end of the day, like in real competitive situations, you compete every single day.
And you come
and
out.
There's talent on this team. There's talent on that team that was mismanaged. There's been talent on that team for the last 4 years that was mismanaged.
Yeah.
So if you want to sit there and give a pass to the poor performance we saw last season, say, "Oh, Matt Nagy didn't manage," and stuff like that, you got to do it for the last 4 years as well. And the reports show it. The reports tell you, hey, these people were not put in the right situation to succeed. Allen Robinson is probably a much better receiver, but if he doesn't have a OC who's able to do his job for the QB to actually help him get the ball, guess what he's not going to get? Yards. He's not going to get the yards, right? If we probably had some schemes that would have absolutely helped our running backs look a lot better a lot earlier. Montgomery, Herbert just been sitting there this whole time. Herbert came out late this season, right?
Khalil Herbert.
No.
Montgomery.
Are you
Montgomery been sitting there this whole time?
No, Khalil Herbert.
Monty been there. Monty been there 3 years.
So Monty just last year just balled out. The year before just balled out. Rookie season, he didn't do nothing.
No, rookie season, he had a good rookie year.
He had a decent
Montgomery. The season before last, I think he had just got over 1,000 yards from scrimmage.
You know what? You know what helped Monty though? Watching Cordero Patterson. I'll say that to the heavens, because he watched when he was out. Cordero Patterson was hitting them holes hard. Monty did not hit the hole hard. He wanted to juke everybody and I can push you over and stuff like. Cordero Patterson saw a hole. Bow. If the hole wasn't there, I'm gonna make a hole. Monty came back. You started seeing Monty play that same way. You started seeing him like, oh, that's the hole. I'm going to hit the hole. This year, Monty hit the hole. If somebody jumped in the way, Monty was going to put you down.
Guess what you can accredit to that? Bill Lazor, as much as we hate him. Because guess who didn't call running plays? Now, they didn't call running plays unless it was that little fake. What was that?
The end around. Yeah.
The end around. He didn't call no running plays.
With dudes that were too slow to do it.
He didn't call no running plays. You can tell the clear difference in the team. And guess what? Ironically, every time Bill was able to take over play calling, both of our QBs had more success. Justin Fields' yards went up. Biscuit's yards went up. Their touchdown to INT went well. Justin's kind of flatlined, but
he's still not great.
He looked better. He looked better. That's when you have a organization that allows their people to do what they're good at. Now, is Bill the best OC? No, he's not the best OC. But he was clearly so much better than that guy that you can literally track when he called games and the production of our team. And there's it's night and day. It's a different team.
Yeah.
It's not even just from the optics. It's on paper.
So
I'm a numbers guy. It's on paper.
So that means Nagy is trash. Because if that's the case, I mean, Bill Ledger was 31st.
Hey, Rick, I think we've established Nagy is trash.
hey, but like, is it like Shark Tale trash when it's like, yo, there's this, there's this, there's this, there's this.
Then there's you. This. Oh, then there's me. No.
Keep going down. Right. I mean, Bill Ledger was 31st, so we.
Well, that's the thing, right? That's the problem, right? Like the improvement from Nagy to Laser was vast, but it's because Matt Nagy was that bad. Matt Nagy is the worst Bears head coaching hire possibly in history.
Nah, that's trash, man.
There's never been an offensive system that clearly Matt Nagy has run that has not been outside the bottom of the league. Even as dumb and as inept as Mark Trestman was, the Bears were a top 10 offense. There's no yeah. It's a reason he's gone, and it's a reason Ryan went with him. Oh man, hey, let's pay some bills, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us as always, man. Support for the Windy City Breeze brought to you by Manscaped, who's the best in below the waist men's grooming. They offer precision engineered tools for your family jewels. Let me ask you this. Imagine shaving with a sleek, well-designed and optimized trimmer that makes shaving time your favorite time in the bathroom. That is the new Lawnmower 4.0. I'm one of the first people to try the 4.0, and I am blown away by the performance. The craftsmanship and the detail on the 4.0 are next level. The Lawnmower 4.0 even allows you to trim through additional guard lengths with sizes. So you see how Kid got the waves right there. You can have the waves about that length. Maybe you want to go with the bald fade. I don't know what your style is. Figure it out, you know what I'm saying? But you got options here. Did we mention wireless charging? The new wireless charging system uses electromagnetic induction, which can help battery life last longer. Fellas, if you have been shaving with the same nut trimmer on your face, you've been doing it wrong. Nobody wants pubes in their mouth. So Manscaped has offered you this deal. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the promo code Manscaped. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the promo code Manscaped. One more time, that is 20% off plus free shipping with the promo code Manscaped. Fellas, your balls will thank you.
Will they really?
Oh, man, listen. Phenomenal product, man. Everything they got here, man, the crop preserver, crop reviver. You got the shampoo. Hey, you come out smooth, my boy. Come out smooth. Come out smoother than Pete Casanova in on a large chessboard. You know what I'm talking about?
Shifting gears real quick. No, seriously, shifting gears real quick. Going into some NBA talk. I know we just spent a lot of time talking about some football, which is always good. It's playoff football time. It's Bears revamping season time already. But looking at the NBA trade, so if you follow me on Twitter, you got to see something that I couldn't believe that the Philadelphia 76ers turned down.
Hey,
Philadelphia 76ers turned down.
Before we get to that, do we need Woj to tweet every trade? Because the trade that happened yesterday has got to be the most useless.
That wasn't a bad trade for the people that was involved.
Who cares about any of them names?
What trade happened yesterday?
Even better, Kid, who was traded yesterday?
I was asleep. What happened?
Yeah, see, he don't know.
Hey, you wasn't. That's how I know it wasn't important.
Bobo
got traded finally.
To where?
Boston.
Oh, that's a decent trade,
bro. I would say that's a decent trade for Boston. Now, Juan Hernan Gomez.
They needed to replace Taco Falls. That's right, fam. Hold up. Let me.
Taco Falls in Cleveland.
No, that's what I'm saying. He was in
let me
Baltimore.
ask you something though. Who did he get traded for?
Hold up. I'll pull up the exact trade now. Fam, I saw this
I
yesterday.
mean, it's like trading Brian Scalabrine for another Brian Scalabrine. But
bro, that's what I'm saying. I don't need to hear the trade terms on every trade. Who I'm looking for? Schefter. No,
although
not
Bobo has
I'm looking for
more
Whoa.
potential than Taco Fall.
No,
So
no,
the
Taco
trade
Falls is
was
in Cleveland.
yeah, but Taco Falls was their victory cigar last year. So this is the trade. Denver, Boston, and San Antonio are making a 3-way trade that includes Hernan Gomez to the Spurs, Brian Forbes to Denver, Bol and P.J. Dozier to the Celtics. I don't care. That trade did not shift the NBA.
I don't care, bro. I want to see Bobo get some tech, man.
Man, Bobo not playing. Bobo had surgery yesterday. He's not playing.
Hey, I'm still trying to figure out how that trade went through if they said he failed his physical.
Because you can still accept it. You can accept that a player is hurt. You can trade players that are hurt.
Because he was going somewhere first. I forgot where, but he failed his physical.
Yeah, he's going to Detroit.
Yeah, it's a very useless trade. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a thing. I was just like,
I'm
hey,
looking at it. I'm like,
we don't need the news on every trade.
I don't feel
we don't need the details of every trade. PJ Dozier's not changing the face of the league over in Boston.
Yeah, no, this ain't really all that hot for me.
I was like, fam, y'all traded scraps for scraps. Like,
hey, I guess they just wanted to see if he
give me your bowl of rice, I'll give you my bowl of rice.
Hey, Bo gonna get some tick if he can play on.
If you give me your hot Cheetos, I will give you my Takis, my blue Takis. I feel like
trade up. That's a trade up though. Hold up now.
hey, the blue Takis though.
You improved in that deal. You know what I'm saying?
Now let's look at this though.
Takis hit.
This was the package that the Pistons was prepared to give.
Dog, this is
for Ben Simmons. All right, here we go. Hold on. Let me finish this. The package is Grant, Sadiq Bey, Kelly Olynyk, and a first-round pick for Ben Simmons. Ain't no way you turn that down.
Ain't no way.
Boy, ain't no way.
Ain't no way, boy.
Listen. Dog, ain't no way.
Hey, so first
you know what you do for Joel Embiid? You give him some help on boards. You give him some people who can score. You got a backup for the backup.
Hey,
and you got a future.
Even better, you give him a player that actually can move back to his natural position of the 3 in Jeremy Grant. That's just a long wing.
And Tobias Harris wasn't even in there.
And Tobias Harris is still there.
Tobias Harris is they just want it straight up. We giving you these three in a pick.
Dog,
and Grant is is an all-star to me. Grant is playing all-star level to me.
Nah, yeah, no, he got hurt. The thing is,
Sadiq Bey is decent.
Yeah, Sadiq Bey been decent for a 5 minute, but at this point, bro, I'm over it. Philly.
No, you know what's gonna happen? They're gonna trade him for nothing.
Jeremy Grant is averaging 20 points, 5 rebounds, and roughly 3 assists this season. He has been injured. I give you that. He has been injured. But before injury, so in the 24 games he played, that was his average.
But
now his shooting percentage is horrible. I don't know what's going on with the shooting percentage. But I mean, considering that we're looking at somebody who don't shoot, God dang it, he don't shoot.
In the heat of battle, he don't shoot.
That's a fact. He's in a playoff game and didn't shoot.
I applaud him for sticking to his guns, though.
Here's the problem with that, Say. He's been doing it on a weak team. The problem with that is he's the target on a weak team. On a team, when you go into, you see Detroit roll into your town. When them boys roll up to your front yard, who you sticking? Jerry Grant,
Yeah,
and he's still giving you 20.
yeah, no.
Who you game planning for? Jeremy Grant,
The
20 bones.
The argument of, oh, he's doing it on a weak team always confuses me because I'm like, that means that they're not focusing on nobody but you, though. That means that the entire defense is focused on. That's why I was telling us, I was like, Zach LaVine is absolutely a superstar. But he doing it on a weak team, though. Like, yeah, but
he's the only person you game plan for.
But they double teaming him and he's still scoring.
When the Bulls, I think it was the one year they almost made the playoffs. They was absolutely playing Jimmy 1-on-5. Strictly for the drive. And he was still getting like 23 a game.
I don't even pay attention to Sadiq Bey. What's Buddy doing?
Sadiq Bey not bad.
No, Sadiq Bey isn't bad, but they're like, kid. The reason why I don't care about that trade now is because it's like, bro, they've circled the league, and they're just like, yo.
I'm not even a Philly fan, and I'm frustrated.
It's just like that. It's just like that one scene on The Incredibles. Hey, I'm not happy. I'm just not happy with any of the trade packages. Like these mugs is giving out full longs, and they asking you for Ben Simmons straight up. Just Ben. You keep.
Are you that quick to try and move on from Tobias Harris? Is that what it is?
Tobias Harris is not the problem.
No, but for some reason, they're trying to add Tobias Harris in
because they're trying to land like a Dame or something like that. And for that type of player, but here's the thing: the player they want to leverage Ben Simmons for, they have to include Tobias Harris.
But this
because
is the problem.
Ben Simmons' contract is too large versus his production. And on top of that, he is a liability. So they have to sweeten the deal to get a all-star caliber player. The type of money he's getting paid and the type of player they're going out, they have to do that. There's no other way around it.
Right? Ben's getting what, 40 a year?
I think he's getting 30.
30 a year? Tobias is getting 22 a year? Who you gonna get back for $55 million a year?
Hey Shay, I'm with it. He says Tobias Harris is the most consistent player, and you got to think about it. Jeremy Grant is kind of injury prone a little bit.
Tobias Harris wasn't a part of that deal though.
He's right. That's what I'm saying.
Tobias would have still been.
And the thing is, I'm trying to get y'all to understand. There will be a drop off of Joel Embiid at some point.
Tobias getting 36
he has it
this year.
He has it in his contract. I think Philly has it in his contract. If he gets hurt, they're not. It's something like really weird if Joel gets hurt. But you got to capitalize right now.
That's the thing, right? Joel Embiid is at some point could he be not the player he is right now? Sure. Guess what? Did we think Derrick Rose was ever not going to be the player that he was when he was on the Bulls? Did we think he was going to be robbed by? That's sports. I'm not best believe if I could trade for Joel Embiid right now to stand next to Vooch, I would.
I'd trade Joel Embiid for Vooch.
I'd trade Joel Embiid for Vooch. You know what I'm saying? Look, and y'all see me on Twitter every day defending Vooch by myself, just me and a sword and a line of soldiers.
Hey, Vooch. Hey, get tap the brown dude. Tap. Hey, package. Go ahead. I holla at you.
But it's.
I see you watch me on TV. How about that?
I look at it and I don't understand what they think they finna get. I don't understand where they think there's you can't get Dame. You have to send me Dame and CJ to equal Tobias Harris and Simmons.
Do not be surprised. This is my honest take. And if this is going to be breaking news, then fine. But I guarantee you Ben Simmons ends up in a Houston jersey. It's the only thing that makes sense straight up. It's not. It's not. They can make that work.
Tobias Harris?
No. They can keep Tobias Harris. It would be Ben Simmons and another player for John Wall.
That's
how the money works.
But that wouldn't move the needle. Set up for them to get a chip.
It would move the needle because he's playing.
What would move the needle?
Not that.
John Wall wouldn't move the needle for Philly.
For them to win a chip, nah.
John Wall replacing Ben Simmons doesn't move the needle.
Dog.
I don't think it scares me more on them being a
right. It just don't scare me.
Nothing in 2 years.
And you can't. Woj already said
in the last 5 years, 30 games.
Woj already
he
said
averaged 20 and 8 the last 30 games though.
Yeah, but that's in 5 years.
He literally has.
He's not playing. He's not playing because Houston won't play him.
It's still
not because
playing.
He's not available.
I get that, but it's still.
Like, guess what? Ben Simmons is not playing. What are we talking about? No, nobody's playing right now.
I understand what you're saying, but like to me, it like for Houston, even with that, like that's a move. Okay, like you get John Wall back in, John Wall can play again. I'm not all this stuff.
You can get John
Wall can play
without having to give up Tobias Harris.
John Wall can play
for that team.
John Wall can play. That's great. He's back.
How long is he gonna be healthy?
How long is Joel Embiid gonna be healthy? Like we're talking about stuff that we can't factor in. He's healthy now. Does he move the needle? That's the only thing we have to consider. Because Joel Embiid, the process has been injured most of his career too. So I'm not really concerned about that.
At this point, you could trade for you could trade Ben Simmons for what's buddy out Campazzo, and it would move the needle a little bit. Like, I mean, I guess if we talk about just moving the needle because somebody can play on the court again. But I'm not.
You're talking about Campazzo like Campazzo's ever been on the level of John Wall. 50% John Wall is better than Campazzo. Like, what are we talking about?
He busted balls.
But what I'm saying is, John Wall in the last 30 years missed a lot of time to injury, absolutely, and now it's just missing time because Houston ain't playing him. But when he did play, like, all right, like.
John Wall has missed just as much time as Klay Thompson in the last 2 years. The difference between the two is Klay Thompson is able to play right now. He's in condition. He just dropped 21 points on 22 minutes. He's getting the condition. John Wall could absolutely still give you 20 points. He could.
John Wall go out. He's been out more than 2.
Let me ask you.
Maybe it's been 3.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, kid. Joel Embiid, Joel Embiid, John Wall, and Tobias Harris, do that get you a chip?
Man, it's been 4 years.
Sure. Joel Embiid. No. You're looking at just those 3. But the way that team's constructed, they got a definite shooter in Seth.
They got a good team.
They got Tobias Harris.
I ain't saying that they're not nice.
You got a dual threat in your big man who can play inside out, and then you got a point guard who could actually run point. And actually have immediate impact in the game if you allow them to.
Hey, see, this is the thing, though. We trying to think logically with it. Clearly, they're not being logical down there.
They're not being logical.
because the best trade package you going to get, you just said no to.
Hey, no, they don't need more than 20 points. You know what they need? They need somebody on the floor that's not afraid to take a shot or a layup underneath the rim.
I'll tell you this, though. John Wall really ain't played since 2017.
He ain't really played since 2017.
That's crazy. John Wall played 41 games in 2017, 32 games in 2018, 40 games in 2020.
Oh, well, he's played sooner than Klay Thompson then.
Yeah, he played last year.
Because Klay ain't played since the end of 2019.
No, he
2022.
played last year.
Right?
We saw him last year, but then he got hurt last year.
He didn't really get hurt. They was doing like the whole it wasn't a serious injury.
I don't know wasn't it? It was his knee again, wasn't he? Didn't he have surgery again?
It was one of those things where it was like they were doing some like preventative stuff.
Oh,
but it wasn't like
they sent him in there for a scope,
something like that. It was like it's like the stuff Westbrook keeps going back for.
Yeah,
get something cleared out, something like that.
Yeah. I don't know it, but again, we're talking about logical trades. The trade that was on the table The team that was getting screwed in the deal was Detroit.
Facts.
Detroit's getting screwed. Cade and Ben Simmons is terrible together.
Dog. They
That
already
the worst lineup in the world. First off,
Cade-
Detroit just giving up again. By the way, where's Don Burr? He's got to be pissed.
Cade
Even on the
and
team.
Killian
And then
Hayes.
Detroit coming back on the other side and saying we're not giving up Jeremy Grant for less than what they say 2 first-round picks in a second. What? You was just finna trade it for a dude that's scared of Danilo Gallinari, and now you gonna try to build his trade value back up? I will offer you a 2nd-round pick and a ham sandwich. Stop playing with me. What are y'all doing? Detroit is a terrible city, dog. Jesus Christ.
Remember, it may not be a city.
It's not a city at all. Detroit is a terrible.
Wait. So is that a full ham sandwich or a half a ham sandwich?
No, you getting just straight ham. No cheese.
Yeah, no cheese. No
bread.
crust cut off either.
Ham bread and mustard. You don't even get mayo on it. You getting a hood ham sandwich off of me. Stop. What are we like, fam? Like Detroit is so dumb. They just gave away all their trade value for all the players that they thought had any value, and now, Philly's dumb on the other side because you looked at that deal and didn't immediately think yes yesterday for a dude that's not on the court.
Dog, I don't know. But you know what it is though, because they keep trying to say that we're gonna salvage this relationship between Ben and Joel, and it's just like, dog.
No, you're not.
It's over.
Joel Embiid is African. Them beefs run deep.
That man is already done. He's moving on.
My thing is this though, y'all. Joel said he was done with him at the press conference.
He ain't changed. The only thing
after he doubled down right after that and was like, bro, like,
if you don't want to be here, don't be here.
I just don't care. Like, he don't want to hoop. I got 12 other dudes that want to hoop. What's up? Like, what are we talking about?
It's dumb.
I respect him for it. You know what? I respect him for it. I respect him for sticking to his guns in that respect. Unlike Dak Prescott for taking back his comments for what he said about the refs and stuff like that. Hey, Dak should have absolutely just held his own on that one, because I do feel like, while I don't think they got cheated,
y'all know Dallas came to him and told him to say that.
Yeah, I know Dallas.
That's an organization thing. That's hey man, we're gonna make your paycheck a little bit lighter if you don't drop this apology note. That's probably bigger than Dallas. That's probably an NFL thing as well.
True.
It's probably bigger than Dallas, but nah, man, I don't understand it. I don't understand. Watching. I hate watching mugs in sports, and it's tough to say because of course they doing it every day. In your mind, it's like they should know. They're better than us at this. This should be their thing. I hate watching mugs in sports that are absolutely not smarter than us. And I feel like in Philly and in Detroit, we are absolutely watching two people that are not smarter than us. It was like Matt Nagy on the field. Like, at no point did I ever feel like Matt Nagy knew more about football than me. Like, you might know about the ins and outs and how scheme works and where the X receiver and Y receiver and all that is supposed to be and blah, blah, blah. You might know all of that, right?
You know what, Pat? I got smoke with you about Matt Nagy. We're going to have to get this out the way. We're going to have to clear this in. I got 37 minutes. I'm going to use every bit of this. Hold on.
Mad aggressive.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah. Hold on, Rinka. Hold on. Check this out. This man right here said that Matt Nagy was a good locker room guy. You can tell that the team rallies around him. You can tell that he's a good rah-rah guy, basically, right? The reports are telling me otherwise. You ain't talked to Allen Robinson in 6 freaking months. You got a closeout meeting with your QB that you just don't show up to. The reports are pretty much telling me that he ain't been that guy. So let me ask you this: what was your antennas looking at when you said that he was a rah-rah guy and he was good for the locker room. I just want to know. Because I told you from the jump, he's not that guy.
I was looking at the fact that his team came out and said he was that guy.
Okay, so his team was pulling a Dallas, huh? They were like, we got to say this, so I'm just here so we don't get fined, basically.
Hey, I guess.
Okay, all right.
Hey, listen. Did you listen to Allen Robinson last year?
I listened to Allen Robinson this year, and this year he was basically, no. That's not on you. That's not on you because Allen Robinson did say that.
A-Rob this year absolutely coming out and saying, I haven't talked to my coach in 6 months. Is his agent saying, you need to say something while this dude is getting kicked in the face on the floor to make your contract look a little bit better next season. Go on KJZ. and say what you need to say to get your money up. Hey, I ain't talked to the coach in 6 months. Whole time, every week, all we heard was what it was from Matt Nagy. So maybe there's that too. But all we kept hearing was the conversations me and Allen are having are different from what you guys are hearing, which it could have been because then maybe there was no conversation.
I will say this: there's no way you would have known that. So it's all fun and games on that part, but. I do want to sit here and say, maybe I can't. All right. Allen Robinson wasn't worth the money he was asking for based off his production with the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
And what we were going to get out of him and where we were going. But that doesn't mean that he wasn't a good receiver. This may not be the best opportunity for him to showcase his skill.
To me, I
want to clarify that because I know I've said that he wasn't worth 17 million with 17 million in his pocket, which was a great line, but it may not have been true.
At the time, it was a tough statement to make. Hey,
it worked out.
Hey, if you made
it worked out.
Not a bad call. Not a bad call now, postseason. No, but it was to me like with A-Rob, if I'm A-Rob, I'm taking a 1-year deal somewhere just to show I still can play football. Don't play with me. I'm gonna take a 1-year deal in. I don't know if I'm going to Kansas City. Kansas City, man, you don't realize how little they really use all of them mugs until you got them on your team for FanDuel. You don't realize how little he really goes to Tyreek Hill and Kelsey. Like literally everybody be getting like 5 passes. Like you better catch them. But it'd be 5 passes between 40 people.
Yeah, he spreads that wealth.
Bro, I was pissed. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought I had a squad. I was like, oh, I'm in the game. We killing it. Yeah.
That makes him so much more dangerous, though.
It does. It's a good thing to have from your quarterback. It's not a bad thing. It's just irritating when I pick Tyreek Hill for my guy that's going to be the go-to receiver because on the other side, I got Chase Claypool and Juju Smith-Schuster to pick from, and Ben Roethlisberger got a duck of an arm left. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it was a tough moment for me is all I'm saying. That's it. But no, I just, if I'm A-Rob, I take a 1-year deal somewhere. Sure, I could play football. Honestly, A-Rob with Lamar?
Dog, I've been waiting on Lamar to
A-Rob with Lamar? You know why though?
I've been waiting on Lamar to get a number 1.
That's the kind of receiver Lamar needs. Because you don't got to be accurate with Allen Robinson. He's 6'5".
6'5".
You could be in the area. You could be in the vicinity. Because Hollywood Brown is what? 5'11", 6 foot? Hollywood Brown not that tall, I don't think.
Nah, not that tall, but he got straight line speed.
He got straight line speed for sure.
I'm going to let you all know this. You heard it here.
5'9". Your number 1 receiver is 5'9".
He's my height.
It's not gonna work here.
That ain't working.
It's not gonna work there.
I'm gonna let you know this right now. I'm not big on Lamar Jackson as a QB. I'm not.
Man,
I'm not big on him as a QB.
I feel like he gotta get the weapons though.
I am with a receiver.
I feel like no, because Huntley got a lot out of that offense for them not to have weapons. I'm sorry, Huntley played well. He played a little too well, in my opinion. I mean, you want your backup to be a backup and make some backup mistakes. He looked like Lamar out there making Lamar mistakes.
Well, I think that's the issue.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that's more so the issue.
Like to me, Lamar has a really, really, really good, like a really high ceiling. But as a traditional, like eventually the athleticism fades.
And what's going to be left?
And at that point, who is he going to be?
There's not many QBs that have done what Mike Vick did. Like Muzz really don't get that. Vick didn't win a bowl.
Mike Vick was cold.
But Vick to come back.
In Philly, Mike Vick in Philly was throwing dots.
Be able to throw.
And I've never seen Lamar Jackson do that.
He was in the cell just throwing it at the wall.
Now, mind you, Mike Vick in Philly was what, year 9 of his, year 9, whatever. So I mean, Lamar
he backed up to that because he backed up McNabb. They had split time until McNabb went to Washington.
Lamar could develop into that, but at this very moment, I need him to take a big leap in his ball handling skills, meaning keeping the ball, like holding on to the ball, cutting down the fumbles, and actually making accurate passes and utilizing his receivers. I don't think it's a matter of Hollywood Brown not being good. I think it's a matter of him not getting the looks.
Well, here's the thing with like, it's not even that to me.
He got several game-winning TDs.
It's about how long can you last. How old do you think Mike Vick is?
Mike Vick is like 41, 42.
Well, right now, yeah.
It's about how long you can last doing that. Mike Vick had a break in the middle.
He still took
and he's younger than quarterbacks that are playing right now and playing well.
Oh, that's a fact. He is, isn't he? Huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a little bit older than Aaron Rodgers. Not much. It's about how long you can last living it. And Mike Vick is a quarterback that didn't get touched.
Not as much.
Mike Vick and Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is the closest thing we've ever had to Mike Vick.
That's a fact.
All the way around. And Lamar's actually a better passer.
That's a fact.
Because Mike Vick was off. Mike Vick was like 50% completion. But like legit, I think Mike Vick had a season with like 49% completion.
That's really because of his earlier years.
Oh, he was just throwing it.
Earlier years, it was wild. But like his later years, he's pretty accurate.
I never admitted that. Yeah, I threw the playbook in the back of the truck.
Who?
Mike Vick.
Oh yeah, Mike. Yeah, no, the playbook was Mike.
Dog,
he had no line, and the play always broke down.
Dog, that is literally when Buddy was on the Gridiron Gang. He was like, "Yo, you gonna play quarterback? I'll play Madden."
I play Madden.
He was legit playing Madden out there just week to week. I ain't look at nothing.
Hey, with himself. Hey fam, I will say this. So do y'all know the other AJ Green that's like out of the league right now? He played for the Cardinals at one point and just, he didn't end up sticking around in the NFL. But he pretty well known and stuff like that. He kind of like he's like TikTok famous stuff like that. But his last name is Greene. So everybody always be getting the two of them confused with him, AJ Green and AJ Green. But
hey, these waves is kind of popping.
They popping today, bro. You killing it.
Look at that.
It's funny seeing how NFL players play Madden because they know the people that like are actually there. So he's sitting there. He's like, bro, you don't even got John Eastler in the game. He got a 99 overall speed. It's like, who is that? It's like, man, that's your number 12 wide receiver on the team. But in Madden, if you got a 99 overall speed, you a guy. Nobody's gonna keep up with you. Yeah, so like NFL-wise, he ain't good enough to be there. Madden-wise, he's a number one receiver.
Hey, I have torched many of people with a 69 overall.
99 speed.
Hey, buddy had a 99 speed, a 98 acceleration with a 95 change of direction. That is all I need.
Hey, listen, he might not catch every pass, but when he do.
I don't play Madden, so y'all got me on that one. I haven't played Madden in like 8 years.
Fam, you know what I used to do with it? Legit. So buddy, you used to say, What's buddy Jacopoto?
Jacopo.
Oh, yeah,
I used
yeah.
to kill Ringo with Jacopoto for one reason and one reason only. His post moves was a 96.
Bro, him and bro, he
Everything else,
he came over to the crib one time. He was like, "Bro, I'm about to get you a buggy." I'm like, "All right." Him
every time.
Him, Jacopoto, bro. I'm just like, dog. He really like. I can't do nothing
every time. Boogie down low was ridiculous, and then when he finally started playing for the post spin, I started going post fade. You can't stop me. Stop playing. This is what I do.
I got one game off of him when I think it was Powell when Powell was on the Spurs. I had a 7-block game on him one time. That's the only time I got him.
Yeah, you did. It was disrespectful. He blocked. He was blocking shots, and you was blocking shots with who? You was blocking shots with?
Powell.
It was Powell.
It was Powell.
Powell was blocking shots. Fam,
I think I got you on 2K.
It's one of the moments where you say, "Fam, 2K on that stuff right now." Pau Gasol blocked because I forget. I don't think I had Boogie.
No, it was the Kings and the Spurs because we got to the because we was running the tournament.
We was running the tournament.
And we was just watching it.
Pinning Boogie shot to the glass. I was like, "It's no way." Boogie
ain't that dude.
Killed this dude.
Boogie may not be that dude.
Oh man, dog.
Speaking of some NBA, more NBA talk since we're on the topic. Let's move into this Lakers trade real quick. Lakers actively shopping THT and Wizards shopping Montrezl Harrell.
Question mark on that one.
Hey,
what you got,
Rico?
I'm assuming
it has something to do with the fight with KCP.
It's gotta be. Which is wild. Why are you picking KCP?
Hey, listen.
There's no way I look at the two of them and I'm like, yeah, KCP giving me the production.
Time out though. We talking rebounds. Y'all said
well, the only listen, Trez, if we talking rebounds, if we talking that power, that activeness, I love Trez. I want to see him here. Now my question mark is with 3 teams in 4 years and one team that absolutely just said we don't want you here in the Los Angeles Lakers. Is there something going on with Trez? Or not the Lakers and the Clippers? Is there something going on with Trez?
Bring him here.
Okay, well, okay. This is what I can
listen. You do got to think of team dynamic.
15 points, 65% shooting, 8 rebounds a game. Bring him here.
The only thing I will say, kid, while we on this topic,
talk to me. 65% shooting.
I do gotta give him his credit because he was talking that Precious smoke early in the season.
Oh, with Precious Achua?
The Raptors played the Heat and we won the game. Precious
was giving y'all that work, wasn't he?
Precious was working all
out.
hey, Ringo said Precious Achua.
Dog.
Hey, how many boards he give you?
How many boards bro. He had like 15 rebounds.
15 boards. Against Milwaukee, 10 boards. Get out of here. Give me Precious. I want boards. I got scores. I got people who do that.
I just wish he would have did it when everybody was out. We could have kept him.
Hey man, Precious with the right opportunity.
I give you that one.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
This is the question. Like I love this is Chicago too. You know what I'm saying? We love the grit and grime. We love the grit and grime, dude. We love the Dennis Rodmans, the Joakim Noah, the hard hustling. I love it. But what I want to know is, are you the one that's causing the splits in your team?
Nope, I don't want to hit none of that.
Okay. So
that does play.
I want to talk about that.
Listen, you got a chance to win the chip. Change this whole narrative around. You can do exactly what you do right here. What you do right here, them 14 boards, them 8 rebounds, you do that right here. We ain't got to talk. We ain't got to do nothing. You stand next to that big white dude right there. You grab them boards. You kick it out. That's what you do anyway, right? You get them putbacks, right? We ain't got to talk. We ain't got to talk. Hey, game is over. Guess what?
Hey,
Dennis Rodman ain't talked to Michael Jordan. You
but
go that way.
That's different. We ain't got to
Hell
talk.
no, it ain't.
No, this is why it's different. Because like you said, we ain't got to talk.
We ain't got to talk.
This is the problem. Trez gonna talk.
Hey, Trez, I don't even hear you, dog.
Trez gonna talk.
I don't even hear you, dog. I don't even hear you.
Hey, so this is the thing.
15 points a game, 65% shooting, 8 boards, and they trying to trade him. Give me Trez.
Hurry it up.
Hey, the ink won't even dry fast enough before I put him in the Bulls jersey. I'm letting you know right now, dog.
I like the player side of it, but you also have to take into account the people side of it.
The DocuSign will not have the DocuSign will say completed 1 minute ago, and he's in a Bulls jersey. I promise you right now. What you want? Here's a blank check up to a certain amount.
Nah,
well, on the Clippers,
don't get the blank check.
On the
Trez don't get a blank check up to like $15 million a year.
There's a limit. Oh, you didn't say up to. You just said
up to a certain amount. I didn't say the amount, but up to $15 million a year. Guess what? I'll pay you. What Trez does what Daniel Tice does. Trez does what all the people that we want does. He does exactly what we want.
I'm telling you, I love the player. I love him in this uniform.
You wanted Boogie? Boogie done been in like 10 teams in the last 2 years. Boogie has the same problem.
That's just more for fanatic value, though.
Yeah, hey, listen. Boogie is the same disruptive player as Trez.
Hey,
they got the same mentality. It's no
difference. I'm gonna say this though. To Pat's point, with the Clippers, he was beefing with Paul George. He was beefing with Paul George, basically beefing with Kawhi Leonard because Kawhi was healthy and wasn't playing at the time.
I'm with Trez on that Kawhi beef. Kawhi was showing.
You not hooping and you want to sit there and act like you Hollywood? Come hoop.
So then after that, he basically got to LA.
They didn't play him for some odd reason.
They just didn't play him.
They don't play none of these big men. They don't play none of them.
We gonna get into that too. We gonna get into that.
Do you realize that they could have played Anthony Davis, Dwight Howard, and DeAndre Jordan at the same time?
God, I told
West Coast Cleveland Cavaliers. West Coast Cleveland Cavaliers.
Like dog, they could have just
LeBron.
They could have just said, hey, any team that doesn't shoot a lot of threes, we just gonna put these people in. Y'all just do this.
Hey,
like that's all they.
Hey, but bro, kid, me and Pat,
3-point shooters. Cleveland has 3 3-point shooters on the team. 2 of them are big men.
Pat,
the other one's Darius Garland.
Me and Pat was talking about it.
Darius Garland.
Me and Pat was talking about it, bro. That's legit. All they do, they got 7'6" wingspans and they 7'2".
Dog, you could have put Anthony Davis at the 3.
Bro.
You could have put Anthony Davis at the 3 and let him do whatever he want to do.
No, I say this, right? That's the most. So I look at bringing Trez here. Player-wise, absolutely an asset.
Keep talking. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Player-wise, it's absolutely an asset. But you do have to have that moment like they had with Rodman. Can you come here and be cool? The people here, they want to work, they want to hoop, they want to get it in. Can you come here and be cool? Because you know where, and I'll tell you exactly where he probably end up, unfortunately, but I would love to see the Bulls go get him. Where he's going to probably end up is in Miami or in New York. You know why? Because them 2 teams that thrive.
I would say more so New York because
those are 2 teams that thrive off that energy. They love that. Jimmy loved that. Oh, you gonna punch me in the mouth? Guess what? I'm gonna punch you right back.
Dog, he's like I said, he's on record, legit telling Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson said this in the pod. You don't shoot, we fighting. I just need you to shoot. I don't need you to do nothing else. Just do your job.
Saying they live off of that energy. I don't know if the Bulls live off that. Now I like it. I want it here. I want Trez here. But does his attitude, does how he's going about, and I don't think it's bad. I think it's just it's two things, right? So it's like when you got a little dog with a big dog, or that think it's a big dog, right? And it's yipping and yipping and yipping, but it can't really do nothing to you. We got a ton of them in the leagues, the Pat Bevs, you know what I'm saying? Like they can get yah, rah, rah, all of that. But if y'all get into a shoving match, all of that, okay. And then you got the big dog that do the yipping and yipping and yipping. But if he snap at you, it hurt. KCP probably not feeling too good today. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what Trez is. Trez is the big dog that if I snap at you, it's going to hurt. If I hit you, it's going to hurt. And so I understand why there's a hesitancy for some people to bring him in, because listen, beef with the Clippers. I don't think he had beef with the Lakers.
No, the Lakers just wasn't playing.
Lakers just didn't want to use him, which is wild. And now he's got beef with somebody on Washington. 2 out of your 3 teams, you had beef. I understand the player himself is a really good player. But 2 out of your 3 teams, you had beef that absolutely plays into the chemistry of your team. Now, if I have that Dennis Rodman conversation with you and you say you good to come in here and do this and we make this move, don't mess up. I not to say it's on the same level, but I almost want to see somebody on this team come through and be like the conversation Jordan had with Rodman. Hey, listen, we doing a lot of winning here. If you come and F this up, I'm absolutely going to knock you out. Now, the problem is Trez is a big dude. But I would love to see that kind of aggressiveness. Hey, look at kid with the thermal.
I'm tired of this dude changing, bro.
Hey man, listen, don't be mad because I like to be suave on my client calls.
I mean, I'm just saying he changed fits.
Hey, Ringo, this the thing, right? This the thing. He did chess yesterday, so now he just trying to show it a little bit. He got the waves popping. He said, "Now we finna look good on the finish line." All he missing is a gold chain right now, and he's Akeem Talib.
Dog, I ordered a gold chain
Go.
with this stupid pendant to go with it, just because I like the pendant.
I got to get a pendant for this.
Nah,
I got to get a pendant for the smaller one. Because Maya bought me this one, and I want to get a nice gold pendant to go with it.
Hey, shout out to Maya though.
You said
what? Pat with the drip.
Oh yeah, for sure. That was her. She said this is my I have confidence in you gift for doing the show full time. She was like, but you got to look good. You can't be out here dressing like you dress. I was like, dang.
You know what? My wife said the same thing. She was like, hey, we got to get this back together. You don't let the pandemic stop you from dressing. I'm like, yeah. But then I realized I was getting too fat, so I had to go ahead and
Hey, I got a good shirt on today. You know what I'm saying? I look, a little loose
on you, man. Look good on you.
Loose at the bottom. It's a good shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Push-ups after. Hey, we can't all be Ringo. You know what I'm saying? You know, Ringo hit me yesterday. He was like, all right, I'm finna get up out of here, do this workout. I was like, shut up, dude.
Dog, every time we done, I'll go work out, bro.
Hey, I'm telling everybody in the chat, we are absolutely going to start doing our fitness journey. We're going to blog it. Hey, Pat don't want to do it. Pat is like, I am not a vlog type guy. I don't want to do that part. But guess what? We are all the Breeze family got to be in shape.
Time out. What happened with the 100 push-up thing?
Fam, this is my thing, right?
I do 100 push-ups in my sleep though.
That was dead.
Fam, so this is my thing. Right? This is my thing. My motto my whole life been no pain, no pain. Like, I do not like working out. Mugs be like, after you do it for 3 weeks, you get addicted to it. No, you don't. I have no addiction to this. It hurt. I don't care how good I look after it. It hurt. Now I'm gonna do
no,
it
I
because
like
my
I
wife
like I like
said,
how good I look afterwards.
"Hey, look,
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna do it because my wife said I want you to look better. You know, maybe you could work out a little bit. All right, baby. You know, I can do that. I want to look good for her. She want to look good for me. I'm cool with that. But I'm not gonna act like at any point I enjoy this. Must be like you get addicted to the results. No, I have gotten to the point where I absolutely looked pretty good. I'm back fat again. Like,
Hey,
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
I have no addiction to
I
working out.
told him to start off small.
The problem with me is I don't sleep. So like my body doesn't recover the same way it does because I don't get enough sleep. But outside of that, I absolutely can put on muscle fast and drop weight fast. So like now it's like because we do the morning show, it's forcing me to sleep. And so now I feel like I can be consistent with, my gains and results now. So I'm looking at absolutely, turning up on that level because this summer I'm not gonna be looking fat. I'm naked on somebody's beach this summer. Y'all just got to deal with it. Y'all got to deal with it.
Well, I almost messed up a hole you dig of electronics right here.
Hey, y'all gonna have to deal
But I'm
with it.
naked on
Don't get on that plane with me uncomfortable because your boy is
Nah.
gonna be comfortable.
Hey, this is
Speedo time, baby. I don't care what you're talking.
oh God. Hey, just make sure you manscape before, baby. 20% off with the promo code BREEZE.
With the promo code BREEZE. There you go. Give me the crop reviver. Make sure it's nice and unchafed.
Hey, you need the bronzer.
Hey, I need the bronze. I don't know why the hell I need to bronze my balls, but okay.
Hey, shout out to Samurai J for the super chat, bro. He said we getting fit, bet I'm there with y'all. Hey, dog, let's
why
do
do I
it.
need a bronzer for my balls, though, dog?
Hey, man, hey, the bronzer.
Hey, I'm sorry. Hey, sorry.
Gee,
No, seriously.
this the part, right?
Read the label. Read the label, dog.
Clayton said, get you a stationary bike pad. I got it. I got the bike. I got the weights. I got everything. I got a bike up here. I got the weights.
When did you get a bike?
First off, I used to bike. I have a real bike. I know
you said
real.
that.
Like we rode from, well, I can't say for real. Bikers be doing crazy stuff. But we rode one time from Waukegan all the way to Milwaukee, and we took the train back. That was a long ride. But yeah, I enjoy biking during the summer, like riding my actual bike. But we got a stationary bike upstairs. It's been there. We got weights upstairs. I just don't want to do it.
Dog, if you don't get yourself a sweatsuit, go ahead and hop on that stationary bike while you watching a Lakers game or something like that and see how trash Westbrook is. Every time Westbrook make a dumb play, just rides for 10 minutes. I bet you lose weight.
West been playing better. Slowly getting in the right direction. Better.
Okay.
Better.
Okay. Every turnover is 10 minutes on the bike.
Every turnover. Nah, I'm good then. He only got 3 turnovers in the last 5 games. I'm doing
When's the last time you biked 30 minutes?
Oh no, it's been a minute.
There you go. Every turnover, 10 minutes on the bike.
Dog, Breeze Bike Club, fam. Now you know what me and Maya said we were gonna do. So I'm gonna actually put some real money behind it because at a minimum, I want to look. I don't care about me. Like real talk, I just don't. But I care about her. I like keeping her around. So I want to look good for her. So I'm gonna get the we gonna get the. It's not the Peloton. It's the it's like the knockoff Peloton or whatever. But it's like the same program. Hey, bro, I just don't.
If you don't like looking good, but you want to keep your wife, guess what you end up doing?
No, that's what I said.
Having to like looking good because you don't want to be single.
I'm gonna end up doing the workout thing, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get the little like it's like a bike. It's not as expensive as the Peloton.
I'm not paying for that Peloton.
Nah, we're gonna get a couple of them because then I can do I can compete and stuff like that. The competition, the competitor in me enjoy. Like the only thing I enjoy is like basketball. That's it.
What's the name of it? I'll buy one.
I'll find out so we can get them as a sponsor.
Hey, bless up.
But no, Maya was showing it to me yesterday. But I love the competition of it. You know what I'm saying? What do you say? Hippo. Oh, it's one of them. I bet. It's gonna be interesting. Is all I'm saying, dog. It's gonna be interesting. I'm not a fan of working out.
Restream got to catch up with our stickers, dog.
Man, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of pissed off. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Hey, you know what? They might not be here too much longer.
Restream, you ain't paying us to use this and promote y'all the way we do it either.
Yeah, I mean, we got some issues over here. We might have to figure out how to just stream straight from the Indeed. But nah, man, it's a struggle, man. I'm sick of looking at myself in the mirror and being like, she gonna leave you one day. So I gotta get it together. Shout out for the super chat though, Clayton. We gonna get it right. We gonna get it right. Let's keep it pushing, man. Let's keep it pushing. Oh, we didn't even talk about our boy THT, man.
I think it's a good idea to trade him now.
Chicago.
Say that again.
Any love bringing back THT to Chicago?
I don't think he fits on this team because if that's the case, I keep Kobe White. Because THT is just looking to score. He's a scorer nature. Like he's a scorer, and so that's cool. But I don't need another scorer. I need somebody that's gonna help on these boards. I need somebody that's gonna help Vooch. So I don't see that being a good move. But I want him to have the opportunity because he absolutely has some games where he shows you, hey, I could put up some good numbers with the consistent minutes if you give me the opportunity. You know, he's having an up and down season when it comes to those opportunities, but you got to understand his minutes are up and down too. He's not getting the same looks every time, but when he's playing over 30 minutes, he's putting up good numbers. So, you know, no, I like him as a player. I won last season before we got DeMar and all that stuff. I was big on bringing him back. But no, I think I can ultimately see them trading. It'd be wild if they trade him to the Wizards to get Trez back. It'd be wild.
Big man, we not gonna use.
I can see him being moved to who they looking for. What's the proposal? I forgot what the proposal is.
I didn't see a proposal on THT yet.
Yeah, no, I didn't either.
But the way that they're constructed, the way the Lakers are constructed, and JJ Redick did a good job breaking that down. So shout out to him over there.
I actually wanted to talk about that too.
He was talking about the Lakers and how they're constructed and how many picks they've given up and stuff like that. So they can only trade the 2026 first pick.
Yeah.
Just the whole way is worked out. They have no picks to trade for the next 4 years.
Every single pick went to the Grizzlies, dog.
Every single pick. The players that they have, unless someone's willing to take on Russ's massive contract or they're trading AD, which I don't think is happening, they have no other real trade pieces outside of THT and none, but he hasn't really played. So it's like they're pigeonholed to the point where they went all in for that one ring. Thank God they got it in the bubble, but they screwed themselves for the next couple of years. Like it's going to legitimately look like it did when Kobe got injured. Once LeBron retires, unless somebody takes on Russ's contract, and I don't see that happening. He's getting paid way too much money. He's getting paid more next year.
Yeah, his money keep going up. OKC gave him. He's still on the OKC deal. OKC gave him that deal and was like, "We love you, Russ. We want you to be here forever. By the way, we trading you." What?
Nah. He asked for that though.
He stuck it out with them.
He did. OKC wanted
to move him. He asked to go to Houston.
Yeah. So that's what you call doing good by your player. They did good by him because they paid him. They made sure he's well fed, and they let him go to a destination where he can actually have some success. So that they did right by him. I'll never hate OKC's organization for how they made that move. They took care of their players.
They did good.
Now that I look at it, I'm so glad he didn't come to Miami.
You know what? Hindsight is 2020.
This is the thing, right?
He could have been a different player in Miami.
Russ is in a terrible situation for him to be Russ, and that's what I like. Kendrick Perkins was talking about Russ out in LA, and he was like,
he would fit because we do got shooters, but
that's what it is.
That late game execution, like Kyle is on it with the late game execution. Like
Kyle is a good fit for y'all too, but it's one of those things where like if Russ was there, Russ would be passing so much. you wouldn't even pay attention to the fact that he was taking shots because he wouldn't be taking them shots.
The drive and kick is in full effect if he's on Miami.
Yeah, he wouldn't be taking them same shots. He's taking these shots because
he's a better Victor Oladipo, and y'all got Victor Oladipo.
Muggs are literally sitting there talking about.
I can't wait for him to come back, bro.
Kendrick Perkins was talking about. I can't believe they need to let LeBron play point, and if LeBron is playing point, then Russ can just play off ball. And I'm like, that's about the dumbest thing I've heard Kendrick Perkins say in a while, and that's pretty much what's happening already.
But it's like JJ said, like they're playing Russ off ball. Like come playoff time, they're just gonna let him shoot.
Yeah.
Please shoot. Please, I'm begging you, shoot. Just shoot it. I promise you, just shoot it. That's all it's gonna be. Yeah. I mean, because they was talking about it yesterday, and JJ put it perfectly. Like, if this was a couple of years ago, this roster would have been fine. This roster, with the exception of probably Russ, he said it's past their prime.
Yeah.
Well, no, he said with the exception of LeBron, it's past their prime. Which
it's interesting because, like, I look at this roster and I'm like, this roster could be successful, but y'all built it. Like, Brian and Russ could absolutely work together. They two dudes that want to distribute the ball, but you have no shooters around them. Your best shooter on the team is a big man that's not there. And Austin Reeves, who's a rookie.
The thing about that is just like, I don't know what they want. I don't know what they want from AD. Like, I understand he was supposed to be better, but like, dog, he's still averaging what, 24 a game?
I get you want him to be better. I understand why people have an issue with AD, because AD at one point was the most dominant big man in the game, and now he's just another big man in the game. Like, it's not like he's a bad big man. It's not like he's a subpar big man. He's still an elite big man, but
I feel like there's so many in the game, and he's kind of like,
he's at the bottom.
Yeah.
AD or Jokic? AD or Embiid?
Embiid.
We couldn't have said that 2 years ago.
It's a bonus.
Oh yeah, man.
Hey, Sabonis lead the league in double. He got 31 double on the season, couple triple doubles.
Sabonis, great segue there, Ringo. The Sacramento Kings has stepped up their pursuit of Domantas Sabonis, which I am just completely confused about. And they are including De'Aaron Fox in those discussions. They like what they got, and what's the backup out there that torched us that one day?
Halliburton.
Who?
Halliburton.
They like what they got in Halliburton.
So this is the thing. So, cause okay. But then now you okay. So now you get De'Aaron Fox. You still got Malcolm Brogdon.
Yep.
Karis LeVert.
Well, I'm assuming it's a pretty big package.
Yeah.
Probably a package that includes Bagley. It probably includes, I'm saying there's probably a few names in there with it as well.
Which, I mean, what are the Kings doing? That's just my point.
Hey, that is a great question. I don't know, but you're doing it better maybe with Sabonis. I don't know.
But it's like you get De'Aaron Fox. We talked about it yesterday about the Colin Sexton, Darius Garland thing.
Yeah.
Tyrese Halliburton and Davion Mitchell are the same player. They're the same player, and you drafted them back-to-back season. It's like so now you're finna try to step up and trade for Sabonis.
Yeah.
You have no clear direction on what you're trying to do.
Well, I think we know that. You know what I'm saying? I think we know the Kings have no idea what they got planned.
You just doing stuff just to do it. I want to get my name in there to make it look like I did this, even though I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. I feel like the Pacers are going to be one of the more interesting teams come the trade deadline because you can still move Miles Turner. No matter what they say about Sabonis, I mean, we didn't see the Paul George news coming in a couple of years ago, but they got rid of him.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's the most intriguing thing about the trade deadline is kind of those two pieces because they can contribute to championship teams. I think Miles Turner, especially whoever gets him, whether it be the Bulls or whoever, you can't kind of discount the Nets. I don't know. Hey, I mean, if you drop Kyrie off to the Pacers,
are you getting Sabonis to try and flip him immediately?
3-team deal. We're going February 10th is the deadline. February 10th.
Are you getting Sabonis to try and flip him immediately if you're the Kings? Again, we're making logical decisions on a team that has done a lot of illogical stuff.
Yeah, but it got to be a plan in place. Like, yo, I need a third team on the phone. Like, hey, we pick him up. Y'all give us this, and then we start from there.
Yeah.
Like it can't be no. And I like this guard. Maybe we want this. So like, let's see what you got in them because if you go to second, you keep him with no plan. You're just wasting your year. Whereas,
yeah,
if the Bulls was to get them or something, like now you got a plan in place. You got your rebounder, but not only that, Boots is getting older. Slash a bonus to that 4 or 5 spot. He can hold that down a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tricky, but I'm definitely flipping him.
I don't understand what you think you know what I'm saying? Like if you want picks, maybe you're thinking De'Aaron Fox isn't a big enough get to get you the picks you want. Sabonis, I don't know, man.
And De'Aaron Fox is averaging 24 a game. I mean,
De'Aaron Fox balling. You know what I'm saying? De'Aaron Fox is balling. But he's always been balling. Except his rookie year. His rookie year, I thought De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
I thought De'Aaron Fox was gonna be a bust. Rookie year and second year, I thought De'Aaron Fox was gonna be a bust because he used to be flying to the rim and would just smoke layups.
Bro, he had that John Wall syndrome when he first came in there.
He would be
too fast for his own good.
You know what I'm saying? It'd be like
good.
Getting into a little. Let's break down a little bit of Bulls talk as well, man. Kid had to hop on
Let's do it.
We still doing this around the work schedule. So Kid had to hop on a work call. He'll be back about 8:30. So news came out yesterday that Lonzo Ball will be out with a bone contusion. Now, normally in his knee. Now, normally a bone contusion, you're looking at about 4 to 6 weeks, maybe 6 to 8, depending on how bad it is. It's about a month to 2 month recovery time. Do the Bulls have enough at the point guard position to withstand Zoe being out that long and maintain their spot in the East? Is Ayo DeSumo enough? Is Kobe White enough? Caruso's supposed to be back tonight. Maybe Caruso slides into that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you have enough at the guard position to be able to survive? Because we saw what this team was without Zoe. We saw what this team was without Zoe. We saw how the ball movement was. We saw how stagnant it got. You won some games in there, but that's not, to me, that's not championship basketball. Do we have enough at that point guard position to weather the storm?
I feel like with the combination of with the combination of Iowa and Caruso, yeah. I don't think that it'll run the same. I mean, when you lose somebody that's that influential on the offensive side of the ball like that, something's got to take a hit. I mean, if you just look at it, I think back to the most recent thing I could think of, even when KD was on the Warriors, Steph got hurt for a period of time, and they was trying to run the offense through KD to the point KD was bringing the ball up, and it was just like that. They still getting the buckets, but it's not. This isn't as fast as it usually is. Like you're not gonna see those down the court passes or nothing like that. I mean, and then especially. It's just so weird because you get Lonzo back. That's one of your defensive bankers. Then you lose him. Now you get Caruso back. But I mean, you don't know if he's totally 100% yet.
Yeah,
because of the foot. So it's just like y'all getting dealt a bad hand right now, man. It's just a bad hand.
As far as I know, let me double check injuries tonight coming into this game. You're still without. You do get Tyler Cook back, I believe, tonight. I think Tyler Cook was working out. But to me, it's scary. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you said. How's the Bulls' defense going to be able to rebound? And I'm talking about like bounce
22nd.
You said what?
I said yeah, because you was already 22nd with Caruso out.
From top 5 to 22nd with Caruso out. Lonzo Ball is out. Tyler Cook is a game time decision, but they believe he's going to play. Derrick Jones,
out, right?
Huh?
Zach is out too.
Zach is still out. Javonte's out. A lot of pieces missing. Now they're missing Rondo. They're missing Rubio, who's out with a knee. Rubio's done for the year, right?
Rubio is in fact done for the year, but him and Rondo is holding it down. So like, hey, you would think he never left.
Well, Rondo's out. Rondo's out tonight too, as well.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be Garland, the Garland show. But I look at the team, and to me, defensively, you've already taken a hit losing Lonzo. Getting Caruso back is going to be big for you, but is it big enough? Like, you almost have to, in this situation, right, come into tonight, if he can play, with a starting lineup of Ayo DeSumo, Alex Caruso, DeMar DeRozan, Tyler Cook, or Alfonso McKinney, maybe. Vooch. You know what I'm saying? Like I would, if I'm Billy Donovan, I would try and put out my best defensive lineup at this point, while still having good point guard play.
Yeah, I would too. I mean, Ayo stepped up the last 2 games. Though I mean, two double doubles. I mean, he's definitely been doing his thing. You know, would love to see what he does on Garland, because I don't think Ayo played when y'all last played the Carolina. I'm not sure on that.
I think he was healthy. I don't think he got the minutes like that.
Yeah.
But early in the season. Hey, listen, I understand Ja Morant got 25. It was not an easy 25.
No, it wasn't. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you though. I definitely think this is Bulls gonna lose tonight. This might be a blowout. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't like saying that, but I mean, from what I seen on the glass, Vooch by himself.
Yeah.
We talked about it with Cleveland, man.
Yeah.
Like,
no, Cleveland's a problem. Cleveland's a problem team. They're a team that fits, that attacks the Bulls perfectly. Yeah, you could be looking at a 5th straight loss tonight. Absolutely.
Because DeMar.
You also got to think Alex Caruso's not coming out and playing 40 minutes.
Definitely on the minutes.
Defensively, you're not going to be big enough. Defensively, you're not going to be stout enough. No, it could get ugly.
Nah, I mean, I'm
the
saying,
part is, like, honestly, watch this be the game they win.
no,
that's really
if they win this game, I promise you I'm gonna be rolling. I promise you I'm gonna be rolling.
But you know what? That's just how basketball is, man. That's how sports is. Like, you could be going through an injury issue, you could be struggling through, trying to fight through, and then all of a sudden, like, the game you win is the one everybody was like, dog, y'all should have lost that one. Like, so I don't I don't feel great about this game tonight. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't say coming in here I feel great about this game, but hopefully we're able to come out here and have a day.
Hey, man. And if they do lose and we win tonight,
hey, you got your first place dirty.
Y'all gonna be looking up a big roll.
You got it in a dirty way, you know what I mean? Didn't exactly get it while we were healthy, you know what I'm saying? It's all good.
Hey.
However you can get it, right?
I gotta get in where we fit in, man.
Also some news this morning, dropping this morning as well. Bears have had a 15-minute conversation. I like the time frame of it. A 15-minute conversation.
That's so exact. Like, yo.
Bears had now this one says brief. The other one I saw earlier said 15 minutes. This one says brief from Daniel Greenberg. So we'll go with brief. Brief phone conversation with Jim Harbaugh. Is Harbaugh still in the running? Is Harbaugh still a part?
He should be. I mean, at the end of the day, I won Justin here. I won Justin here. I think that Jim will be able to get him turned around if it's not Dayball. And I know that Jim is gonna be able to build a team, get a staff.
Yeah.
Like they'll be good. You just gotta give Jim time. You just gotta give Jim because Jim has proven it. He did this. He did it with the 49ers. Did it in college.
This is the thing with Jim, though, right? Jim's gonna go get his guys, right? So Vic's probably back in Chicago.
Cool.
Vic, cool. I'm with that. You can't go get Greg. Greg's on the staff. Greg's helping Lamar Jackson right now.
Hey, man. Dog, hey, you think the discussion at the dinner table, though? Hey, bro.
Hey, let me get him off of you again. Let me get him back. I love how we always say, like, the discussion at the dinner table, like, just because they brothers, they eat at the same in the same house. That's always our sports thing with brothers. Like, can you imagine the conversation at the dinner table? It's like, man, they probably have dinner together like 3 times a year.
I feel like that's even worse, though. I feel like that's even worse, bro. Especially with the Mannings.
Oh, with the Mannings now, bro. You know they probably kicking it all the time, bro.
Now.
Steve-O says, I understand how people are so high on Jim, but don't Doug.
Huh?
I don't know what he's trying to say though. Jim just brought a OC to Michigan. I doubt Jim is leaving Michigan. Oh, Jim, absolutely. Hey, listen, college coaches have no loyalty. Wow. College is the most cutthroat place I've ever seen in my life, bro. College coaches will take a job and then a week later be like, hey, man, I'm leaving for LSU. What?
Hey, and then listen. Case in point, Lincoln Riley. Oh,
And Lincoln Riley dipped
hey,
so fast.
he was like, hey, so
He's got to have the record.
the AD, but the AD was like, yo, so Lincoln. So Oklahoma's moving to the SEC next year, right? I mean that's cool. He went home. He was like, man, Derrick, man, that mean I gotta face Nick Saban twice.
I'm never gonna win again. Nah, it's
hey man, USC looking real nice. USC is looking mad nice right now. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. He get them off the ground. That's like the New York Knicks winning the chip, though. I'm not gonna lie. In college,
yeah.
He get USC off the ground. Hey man.
The interesting thing, right, is how does Jim can Jim find a staff again that is a good staff? Jim's entire time being successful in San Francisco was with the same guys. His entire time being successful in San Francisco was with Greg Roman, was with Vic Fangio.
I mean, I'm not finna sit up here and say that, I don't think he hasn't been paying attention. I mean, I feel like it's certainly guys that he's had his eye on. I mean,
you know what though? I don't think it's disrespectful to say he's not paying attention. It's a league you're not in anymore. By the way, if you guys are in here, hit that like button, subscribe to the page. We do this every single day, Monday through Friday.
Yeah, but I mean that's true. But
like, it's not disrespectful to say he's not paying attention to what's happening in the NFL, because I don't want my college coach paying attention to what's happening in the NFL. I want my college coach paying attention to what's happening with these recruits.
Hey, if Bill Belichick's stealing plays from Dabo Swinney, I'm saying he gotta have his eye on somebody.
Yeah. Does he bring back possibly a Doug Peterson with him? Get Doug back into the ranks.
Possibly, because Doug wasn't bad. I feel
that's
like
Steve-O was talking about. What do you say?
I was saying I don't understand how everybody is so high on Jim, but you bring up Doug Peterson, it's super negative. What do you?
I mean, at least Doug won a Super Bowl on top of winning a backup winning with a backup quarterback. Jim got there and didn't win. Listen.
I mean,
I'm not out on Doug Peterson either. Doug was right. Say what you want about how bad Jalen Hurts is, or how you don't think Jalen Hurts is the next.
That was Carson Wentz.
No, I get you. Say all you want with what you think about Jalen Hurts, or how you don't feel like he's Philly's future, or blah blah blah. Jalen Hurts was in the playoffs this year. Carson Wentz couldn't win a game in Jacksonville. Carson Wentz couldn't win a game against the worst team in the NFL to get to the playoffs.
And by the way, I just want y'all to know, when he was coaching up Carson Wentz was about to win MVP. It was the year after that. He was under the RG3 Act. Stop listening and was changing plays at the line. This is a fact.
Yeah.
He just went rogue. So if nothing else, Doug Peterson, hey, he developed them. So
it's to me, it's something I look at where if I'm going to bring in a head coach, I'm looking at wins and losses, how you got your wins and losses, what was the level of talent on your team when you got those wins and losses, and what were you able to do. He did it with a backup QB. That's high. At a minimum, that tells me your system works. You know what I'm saying? At a minimum, now he did it with a backup QB with the best offensive line in football standing in front of him.
Dog.
You don't have that here.
4 All-Pros.
You don't have that here.
But I would at least get Nick to back me up on a lesser salary.
I don't know if you're gonna get Nick on a lesser salary. I'm not gonna lie to you. But you know what? It's one of those where like I look at what could be brought in, coaches who could be brought in and stuff like that. And I'm looking at what they did with what they had. Doug Peterson did a lot. Can he do it with a lot less, though? We didn't get to see that because he got fired so quickly. You know what I'm saying? Like Philly was, pretty second year into Carson or third year into Carson Wentz. They were having turmoil in there immediately because he was like, this dude ain't it. And he was right. So to me, I'm looking at this as, all right, like, if I'm going to bring you in as head coach of my team, if I'm going to bring in a Brian Flores, if I'm going to bring in a Brian Daboll, if I'm going to bring in, what were you able to do with what you had on your team? And I'm looking at the team that I currently have. So if it's the Bears, yeah, guess what? I'm looking at the fact that my offensive line is subpar. I really don't understand what my quarterback is yet. I don't know if I have a number one receiver on this team. And the defense is shaky at best. What can you do?
Well, if you got Jim and Vic, they'll be able to rebuild the defense. That at a minimum. Rick, Steve-O, all three of us want Rick. At the end of the day, I want him because I know that he can build a team.
Yeah.
They said they also wanted Flores, even though I wanted Daboll, but they wanted Flores for the possibility of getting Deshaun. I just don't like it because I'm still stuck on the record. That's gonna be my point until I actually like see them play.
Hey, you did go. They absolutely went 1-8 and finished the season 9-8, something like that, or 1-7. Finished the season 9-8. It plays a part into it, but it's also about like, can he build a staff that offensively is good? That's my biggest thing, right? Because here's the thing. Say Jim Harbaugh comes in here and builds a good staff. Right? Say if Jim Harbaugh comes in here and builds a good staff, gets a nice offensive coordinator in here with Justin. If the Bears win, what's going to happen?
Well, that's love in the city. What you mean?
No, I'm saying if the Bears win, what's going to happen to the staff?
If the Bears win, what's going to happen to the staff?
If the Bears win, they're going to start. If the Bears win, they're going to want the OC to be a head coach somewhere. Or they're going to want the DC to be a head coach somewhere.
Yeah.
So that's why picking your head coach that can build a staff is so important, because you can't just promote people into jobs and think, oh, it's a great line, and they're going to – that don't work. More times than not, that don't work.
They tried to do that with Vic.
We lost Vic Fangio. We brought in
Sean Desai?
Chuck Pagano. How'd the defense fall off? I want somebody in here that's going to be able to consistently build a staff, because I'm hoping that Justin Fields is a good quarterback. I'm hoping that the head coach is going to build a staff that's going to have him moving in the right direction. And I'm hoping that the guy that's holding the cards is going to be able to continue to develop those guys. And that's why a lot of people want to go offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, because at least you know that the guy that is your head coach is calling the plays on that side of the ball. That's where Andy Reid is an advantage, because you know, for at a minimum, if you lose Eric Bieniemy, guess what? Andy Reid's calling plays again. We're fine. But the biggest thing for me will always be, can the head coach build a staff? Can Brian Flores build a staff? Did Brian Flores have a good staff down in Miami? I kind of like Brian Flores' staff down in Miami.
No, Brian Flores' staff was decent.
He had a nice staff. He had a terrible quarterback. He was trying to improve the quarterback position. They wouldn't let him improve the quarterback position. At a minimum, I know he wanted to improve the quarterback position.
Which is stupid. You bring me in here to win games, And it's like I do my due diligence, and I'm like, yo, I come to you. We need to pull this track. Nah, two is our guy. Two is the guy.
No.
And it's not like I seen somebody. Who was it? Gary, you said you're not a Bears fan if you want Brian Flores. He has proven he can develop a quarterback. That's not true. I feel like
Listen,
Tua is just behind.
Tua's played above average. If we be
Like,
in,
Tua's
played above where I ever thought Tua was going to be at. We being honest, I never thought Tua was going to be good. I think the Tua's most enticing feature was that he was left-handed.
That was the thing. That was the thing. And I told him when we was in the car that night. I was like, bro, I can't even remember the last Alabama quarterback that did decent. Insert Mac Jones.
Yeah,
he the only one that I know about that I know of.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. And it's like when I'm looking at for the Bears, what I'm looking at if I'm just the GM in general. First off, get the GM position right, Bears. But what I'm looking at if I'm just the GM in general.
Please get Morocco Brown.
No, absolutely not. The jokes will never end. Can I find somebody who's going to continuously get the job done and put a staff in place that's going to win? Steve-O says his job is to develop Tua no matter whether you liked him or not. No, his job is to find the best person to put in place.
Listen, you had 2 years. You had to, yeah. I mean, you could say, and you just said it. Brian basically did the Nagy. Let's.
We saw a lot of development down in Miami.
Let me say this right now.
And by the way, his side of the ball is defense. By the way,
Nagy literally
find the right OC to develop it.
Had the 12-4 season. After that, he gave Mitch the keys to the Maserati. It didn't work. It didn't work. It just didn't work. It didn't work. Mitch is a nice person. Cool. Everybody want to see him succeed. Cool. It's
not on, like, this is the thing. How's Miami's defense?
Miami's defense is great.
That's Brian Flores' side of the ball. Now it's on him to find an OC that can develop the quarterback to be whatever it's going to be. But he was also honest and upfront. Tua's not my guy. Tua can't play football. He told him that he didn't sugarcoat it. He didn't try to hide it from him. He didn't try to do anything. And that to call him the Black Matt Nagy is wild. That's disrespectful because
that's actually
he told you. Matt Nagy was sitting there lying to the media and telling you to our face, "Oh, I don't think this guy's it. I don't think." Brian Flores was like, "This dude can't play. Don't give me Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson can play. You're never gonna get him cheaper." You know what I'm saying? And I see all the people talk about Brian Daboll. He's got Josh Allen looking like Jim Kelly. I don't know if Brian Daboll can be a head coach, though. Listen, Josh McDaniels is a great coordinator.
Josh McDaniels got caught cheating, guys.
Josh McDaniels was also a bad head coach.
He got caught cheating. He was filming people's plays.
You know what I'm saying?
I want y'all to know that.
He's a good coordinator. He's a good coordinator. He's not a good head coach. His name's back in the. If you wait enough time, everybody's name ends up back in the rankings. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at what you do with what you have. He had Tua Tagovailoa, and he went up to the GM and said, "This dude can't play." I respect that kind of honesty. I'd rather have that in my head coaching position than somebody coming in and being like, "No, we can make them work." No, you can't.
And the thing is, he had 2 seasons. He had more than enough time.
Yeah.
He had more than enough time. You bench Ryan Fitzpatrick when these motherfuckers was 3-1.
He had 2 seasons. He was injured. He's gone through some things down there, but I'd rather have a head coach that's got the balls to make a decision.
Hey,
he made a decision. Whether Tua proves him wrong or not, we'll see. But he made a decision, and he stuck with it.
Why do I know he just came back, but why do Kidd look like Frozone when he about to go out?
Don't be mad because I look better in a super suit than you do, baby. Don't worry about it. Don't be mad because I look better in a super suit.
He kind of fresh right now.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. I appreciate the compliment. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Now he was going out to rob or no, what was they doing? They had the mask on to go try and save people, and then end up getting caught up for robbery, which was a joke that nobody even peeped.
Because he's black.
Hey, he was just getting a drink.
Just getting a drink.
He was just getting a drink. Just getting a drink.
Dang, they did show some racial profiling in the
a little bit
Pixar movie, huh?
Hey, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know if that's racial profiling. You standing in the middle of a jewelry store with a bunch of jewels laying around you because you fell through the floor and busted out. You're looking bad. You know what I mean? It's a bad look, is what I'm saying. It's wrong place, wrong time, but
I don't know if you all talked about this part. But Baki, who tags us in everything sports related, that man doesn't miss a beat, right? That someone hire him as the fact checker stat guy.
We can.
The Chicago Bears have had a brief phone conversation with Jim Harbaugh.
That's how we got on the conversation.
Hey, guess what I said? He said, nah.
How brief was the conversation? I saw one tweet that said 15 minutes, and then I saw Daniel Greenberg's that said brief.
Hey, he called. He said, "Hey Jim, this is George. George who? McCaskey? Yeah, George. You know why I'm calling. What do you need? What do you want? Are you gonna be there? Hey, who all gonna be there?" He hit it with the who all gonna be there. Who all gonna be there? Is it you and who else? Nah. It's hung up. That's all it was.
He was like, "You sure?" He was like, "You sure you coming?" I might come. I might go. I don't know.
Who gonna be there? Not the who all gonna be there, dog. Oh man, that's good.
Hey! I'll be there in 15 minutes. He in the bed.
15 minutes. Hey, give me about 15. I'll pull up on you, my boy. Don't even worry.
You coming out the house? Yeah.
You know what story that reminds me of?
I'm starting up the car right now.
It reminds me of that Gilbert Arenas story when he was like, Matt Barnes called him while he was on the way to the crib to fight Derrick Fisher. And he was like, I'm at Wingstop getting wings. And he was like, oh, I'm thinking he's not even in town. He's in town. He's like, oh, yeah, you know what? I'll be there. I'm in the car. I'm doing this. He's like, I ain't go nowhere. He's like, I'm still waiting. He's like, I'm still waiting on the wings because it takes forever. By the time I get done with that, he done hopped the fence. And I can hear him on the phone. Dog, that was a wild.
Wait, hold on. So he was calling Gil to come help jump D-Fish?
Dog, he called Gil to say, hey, I think I'm gonna need bail money. Come meet me at the crib. Like it was, that was his crib. So he said, come meet me at the crib. And Gil was like, no, like, wait, what? Like, aren't you in spring? Aren't you in training camp? He was like, yeah, but training camp was like an hour away from the spot. And so he called him while he was on his way. And so Gil think he got time. All of a sudden, Matt calls back. He's like, yeah, where you at? He was like, oh, I'm on my way. I'm a couple minutes away. He was like, all right, I'm at the house. He was like, you are flying. He's like, this dude is crazy. Basically, he was like, this dude was on a mission, and he was trying to warn people that to get people out the way. He was like, he was trying to text, I think Derrick Fisher's brother or whatever like that to get him out the house or whatever, because Matt was like on a mission. He was determined to get to Derrick Fisher, and it was nothing he could say. And all this happened while he was on the phone with Matt. He heard Matt go in, start fighting and everything like that because he was still on the phone. Matt put the phone in his back pocket. And he was on the phone with Gilbert Arenas. How Gilbert Arenas is always in these stories is amazing to me. Gil got 1,001 stories. And he's like, Gil ain't did that. Gil ain't that. Gil just be making some stuff up. No, Gil was actually, like Matt Barnes actually said he called Gil. I'm like, how ironic, right? It's also funny how he's like 26-0 against his wife who was suing him.
Who, Matt Barnes?
No, Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas is like undefeated in the courts against his wife, ex-wife, to the point where it's like 50 Cent level troll.
He's just not dropping the memes on Facebook, is what you're saying. Or
like
on,
when he went and destroyed her car, like I think everybody remembers that. That was his car.
Oh, it's in his name.
It's in his name. He destroyed his own stuff. So that's why she couldn't do anything. It's his car. If he want to throw a cinder block through the windshield of his own car, he can. Well, that's what he did.
Yeah.
That's wild to me, dog.
Hey.
That is wild. It's genius, though. It's wild.
Yeah, wait. Is that facts? Gilbert Arenas' ex-wife and Matt Barnes are sisters? Matt Barnes being?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, I heard
the two most legendary storytellers. And
I heard the story when he jumped the gate, though.
Hey, listen. Just off of GP alone, you got to run that fade. Like, it wasn't the simple fact that, like, if that's his ex, and cool. That, like, you won. But my teammate?
Nah, dog.
That's like literally.
Oh, that's the coach.
Me and my wife break up, and one of you two decides to date my wife. Oh, you running me that fade,
bro?
No, it ain't even about the break up part. It's you running me that fade. Like, out of all the people you choose one person. Like, come on now.
Nah, dog. He was his coach at that point.
He was the coach.
New York.
No, they were actually friends though.
Hey, listen, that's cool, but you still that don't change nothing. Hey, listen, you gotta run that fade.
Hey, no friends in the industry.
I'm gonna let you know right now. It ain't much of a fade.
My brother still my brothers.
Matt Barnes let him off.
People ain't no king to me.
Matt Barnes let him off real light. Matt Barnes absolutely let him off real light.
I mean, he let him off. He let him off light because there was people there.
I'm gonna keep it real. Light-skinned people, they are either super soft or super hard to the point where it's scary. Well, hey, listen, I'm dark-skinned by nature, so at this point, you do whatever you want to do with that part. Like, up to a certain point, I'm gonna let it slide. You might say I'm gonna push over, cool. But once we at this point, all right, dog, you gonna get what you asked for. You gonna get what you asked for. We gonna go this distance.
You forced me to get here.
We're gonna go the distance. The problem with most people is they're not willing to go the distance. I am willing to go the distance.
As we coming down to speaking of people getting what they deserve, man, as we coming down to the final hour, man, it's P.kidd's guy. Gotta break it down. What y'all think about Kyrie telling the Cleveland fans exactly what was the truth? If y'all didn't see the clip, couple of Kyrie fans a couple of Cleveland fans heckling Kyrie, which, listen, you on the other team now, I'm cool with the heckling. I think and Kyrie responds to them, get you ungrateful MFs a championship and y'all still ungrateful.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I keep telling people, you cannot say Cleveland Cavaliers as the 2016 champions without saying Kyrie Irving.
Without Kyrie Cavaliers at the 2016 champions.
Without Kyrie Irving, that's not. And Kyrie Irving absolutely should have got Finals MVP. Go back and watch the series. Go back and watch the series. Anytime they looked like they was out of it, Kyrie was the person that got him back.
Yeah.
LeBron gets you over the hump. Don't get me wrong. LeBron gets the block just as well as he makes the shot. That's a fact. But without that shot, that block doesn't matter.
Dog, I don't think it's a lot of people that can make that shot though.
Not in that situation. The fact that he had the guts to take it in that situation.
Nah, dog. Yeah. Like dog.
That's a big boy shot right there.
Now here's the thing though. Here's the thing.
It's a minute left. You down one. You don't need that shot.
Bro, kid, that's literally on some like I'm literally him. I'm going to take this shot. Whatever anybody else is saying, that's on them. But I'm gonna really tell you why I'm him. In this
Chauncey Billups told you straight up, Kyrie is the most talented point guard we've ever seen. And you know what? What? Skill wise. Guess what? I think Kyrie Irving is one of the most talented players we've seen in the league.
Now
I want you to go watch some tape on him. He can shoot right-handed as well as he can shoot left-handed.
Hey, I'm already knowing.
He finishes at every point of the floor.
He was the first part. Like when I heard about the training with the grocery bag, the trash bags or whatever that was, just to make sure that dog. That's wild. That mess is wild.
I'm a fan of good basketball. I'm a fan of people who are just ridiculously skilled. I've been saying I'm a Kyrie fan for that reason alone. And Kobe had a brief moment talking about it as well. There's nobody who can do more than he does at every shooting. He can shoot with the best of them. He can be comparative to Steph if you want to put him there. When you inks the amount of threes that he takes,
50-40-90 before the whole vaccine situation went down. Hey,
his efficiency is off the chart.
Barring the mandate, he was ready to play.
Oh, absolutely.
He was ready to play. That's why I didn't fault him, because he said, hey, the proper protocols was in place. I was gonna take those protocols. Yeah. It was just, in New York, this is what I gotta follow. Hey, I'm gonna follow that.
And Baki, you're absolutely right. If you check Kyrie's numbers those last 3 games, they were very similar to LeBron's.
I only got a problem with one dude in the video. The dude that said it's only one. That's the ungrateful.
That's the only.
That's the ungrateful one.
That's the problem.
That's the one Kyrie need to be talking to. Everybody else, here's my thing. Listen, Kyrie, you play for a different team. I can heckle you if you're not on my team now. I can respect that you won me an NBA championship. I can show you love for winning me an NBA championship. But you play for a different team. I can heckle you for being on the court. Buddy that said it's only one, you ain't had one. This is
you only have one.
50 years.
You have one. That's the only reason you have it. Dog.
But I think the other fan, like Kyrie wants to just like undyingly show love to him no matter what, whenever he walks into the building. And listen, you play for a different team. Like,
nah,
I'm okay with
deserves that.
He deserves
that. I'm okay with that. You want to know why he deserves it? I'm gonna be honest with you. Kyrie didn't leave because the city treated him that way. Kyrie left because of the drama that surrounded LeBron. No one likes to sit there and keep it a buck about that situation. LeBron did not commit to coming back to Cleveland. It was all over the news. He did not commit to coming back to Cleveland after that championship. Because of that, Kyrie was in limbo. It's like, if he's not gonna commit, let me know what's going on so I know how to move, basically. Yeah. Because if he's not gonna commit, this team kind of falls apart. It was built around them too.
Yeah.
So that's a huge deal. Once it got wind that they were looking at potentially shopping Kyrie, I would have left too. Like, everyone blames him for it. Oh, you didn't want to be. No, look at how it actually happened, and stop being a dumb fan. Like, don't be a real person for a second. If you look at that, I would have left too. in a heartbeat.
I don't care about him leaving, but that don't mean you don't get the same treatment that everybody else get. You know, you don't play for my team no more.
He gets more hate than LeBron gets. He
You
gets
don't play
way
for
more
my
hate than
team
LeBron
no
gets.
more. It don't matter. Like
Steve-O, that's absolutely not true. It's not because he didn't want to be under LeBron. It has nothing to do with that.
The dudes at the beginning that was just, hey, Kyrie, you ain't got it no more. Blah, blah, blah. You're heckling. That's fans. That's fans talking trash, trying to get in your head. Blah blah blah. That's normal. Buddy that said the only one that's ungrateful is Buddy that said
there's only one.
It's only one. Everybody else, listen. You got to deal with this fan heckling. You think nobody's heckling Russ and OKC? You think nobody's heckling KD when they call KD?
I don't think people. Russ does not get heckled.
No, Russ don't get heckled now. OKC.
No, you know what they called? They called, what was it, Muffin or something like that?
Cupcake.
They called Kevin Durant Cupcake.
Well, Kevin Durant left.
Even so, what I'm saying is,
and it was a weak move. I mean, listen, Cleveland Cavaliers, they trashed LeBron until he came back. And then when he won that championship, they don't do it anymore. They don't do it the same. He got him a chip.
But he got him a chip. Fans heckle. We talking about the one dude. I don't like Kyrie snapping on everybody that's sitting there for heckling normally. They wasn't saying nothing out of body. They wasn't saying nothing out of pocket. They wasn't talking about, oh, you can't get the vaccine. At least I didn't hear it. Maybe I got to go back and listen to it. I didn't hear nothing reckless from at the beginning. The only dude that I heard that was, oh, you ungrateful, and Buddy, and even Buddy said, he said, I appreciate you for the championship, but you don't play here no more. Like that, like, I don't understand why just because now the players speak more, fans can't be fans. As long as you keeping it respectful, I'm sorry. That's how teams work. Like, it's like a mom broke down. My guys were my guys. You can't take my guys away from me. And guess what? Sometimes it is dudes that I root for in the league. I root for a team. I root for Jimmy Butler if the Bulls not in the playoffs just because Jimmy was a Bull. But when Jimmy Butler come here, I'm absolutely not cheering for that mug. I'm absolutely not showing him love because he don't play for my team.
Sure, I'll cheer for him.
It's one of those things where you look at media narratives and how they like impacts a player. Kyrie, I've always stood on that hill. People will sit there and say, does he really believe the earth is flat? He's clearly joking. He's even said he was joking. But you all are literally like, hey, no, he really believes the earth is flat. Really?
But you talk about.
But guess what? You all will sit there and call him a bird brain online. Like Kendrick Perkins called him a bird brain on national TV because of stuff like that. And Kendrick Perkins don't sound as educated as he think he does. By any stretch of the imagination.
Hey, you know what be killing me about it? Hey, he just be saying carry on and then expect everybody to just sweep it under the rug. Like, bro.
Like, no, we ain't carrying on crap. Like,
hey, Kendrick is about as accurate in his commentating career as he was on the court. it's like hit one, miss one. Hit one.
As
like
KD said. You wasn't worried about getting a rebound. That's what it was. Like KD put that man in his place one good time. And no matter what Kendrick Perkins say about KD, at the end of the day, well, there's only one real alpha here. And we know it ain't KP.
Yeah.
Hey, he told him, bro, you averaged 2.4 points when you was here, bro. You need to stop acting
capping. And stop capping. And then at the same time, stop. This is I tell you, the moment that it takes a turn, if we ever get to that point, I quit. I'm not going to sit here and just denigrate people that just like I don't like the way they carry out with Ben Simmons. Do I think he trash? Yeah. Do I think he's not worth what they're asking for? Yeah. But do I think he deserves the hate that he gets?
Yes.
Nah.
Yeah.
Not the way that they go about it in Philly.
Just because you claim, you know why? Because just because you claim mental health does not mean you have mental health issues. Oh, the media's attacking me. The media's putting me through it. Okay, Ben, let's help you through this. Nah, I don't need that.
That's weird.
When you start attacking the man, the person, when you start attacking the person and not the player, I draw a line there, man.
Let me ask you a question, Vern. Are you glad that Kyrie is hooping right now?
You know what I'm saying? Like Ben Simmons is a whole different situation to me because Ben Simmons brought this on himself. Kyrie is giving you actual reasons why he's not getting the vaccine. He's still not getting the vaccine. He's still like Kyrie told you, basketball is not first in his life. That's what people don't like about Kyrie. And it's because of how good he is at the sport. It's not because he can't play it. He just tells you, like, I just, basketball is a secondary thing for me. Like I'm outside.
Why can't we be okay with that? Why can't we be okay with that?
Why can't we be okay with that? That's a good question.
Before we keep going, man, we appreciate all the people that listened over on the Contender side of things, man. We're gonna have we're gonna keep it going here till about 9:00 on this side. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us as always, man. It's your boy Pat the Designer, joined by the pettiest man alive and Ringo J. Y'all stay safe out there over on the Contender side, man. Peace.
Hey,
we're gonna keep it going over here though. We definitely gonna keep it going over here. This man jump in with 6 minutes left. I'm gonna let him in just so we can roast him for 6 minutes.
What's going on?
Producer Joel Holton.
Did you have a good night or a bad night?
I had a great night. I woke up looking at my phone like, oh, he sent me an invite. I said, I'm gonna jump on. I'm like, what time is this thing over?
In about 6 minutes. So now it's you.
5 minutes. Dougie Fresher on.
No, but Ben Simmons and Kyrie Irving are two different, completely situations to me. Like, I'm fine with you getting heckled. I'm fine with you. Like, the only ungrateful dude to me was Buddy that was like, you got me one. Hey, Samurai J, everybody in the chat, I'm on your boy. But no, it's just Ben Simmons did that to himself. Listen, I'm sorry. You're the reason that your team did not succeed in the playoffs.
He's not a winner.
You're a big part of the reason that your team did not succeed in the playoffs. Your team is literally, and listen, we can't say it like Brian, right? And now Brian kind of, because he builds his own teams, is different. We can't say it like Brian. We can't say it like Russ. We can't say it like any of them dudes that we said this team is not built. This team is built for Ben Simmons to be good. It's Ben Simmons and 4 dudes that can shoot. They built the team literally for Ben Simmons' life to be easy. He gets everything he deserves. All the media hate, everything he's going through, Philly going hard on him, all of it. You deserve every last bit of it. Because you did this to yourself and because you didn't want to deal with it, now you don't want to be in the city and nobody's going to love me when I come back there. Suck it up and work on your game and get over it.
He's not a winner. He never was. It's not – he can't have – clearly the way he was brought up, where a lot of these guys are taught to be that they get the world handed to them at such a young age.
Weakest Australian dude I know.
Yeah, but see, that don't mean nothing to me. Like, if you're a killer, you're a killer.
Yeah.
He's not a winner. Like, even at LSU, it's like, wait a minute, how are you the number one dude and you can't even get your squad out of the second round? Like, and then you act like, oh, I didn't care.
He never made it.
They never even got. They didn't even get out of the first round.
Yeah, they never made the tourney.
Right. So it was like the point was that he wasn't a winner and he didn't care. But it's like you're just there for the money.
That's all it is. That's all it is. He liked the check. He liked the famous women that come with it. And shout out to him for bagging baddies. But
he is getting married.
Shout out to you. You get what you deserve, though.
Hey,
and he don't care.
Yourself.
Hey,
you deserve
and all the people that's in the comments talking about Kyrie vaccination status, y'all did not answer my question. I said, are y'all glad that he back on the court? Everybody just zoomed through that.
You're not going to sit. Hey, listen, you're not going to sit. I'm not going to allow that part because there's many people around the country getting fired from their jobs because they don't want to take the vaccine.
Yeah.
Like, it's in the millions, right?
Yeah.
It's not a handful of people. It's in the millions, right?
They were James Harden and KD were never going to the Knicks. I don't know where y'all keep getting this information from, saying that they was going to. They was never going to the Knicks. Kyrie specifically said the mandates are already in place for me to play. I was going to take the precautions. The New York mandate stated that I could not play home games. So I have to live with that. Just like it was Brooklyn's decision not to play him if he couldn't play for his time.
Now, initially, the mandate did allow him to play home games. It was an exception. It was a religious exception that allowed him to play home games.
Yeah.
Brooklyn said, "If you're not going, we're not going to allow you to do that." So they didn't play him. That's an organization decision, just like it's Houston's decision not to play John Wall.
It's a weak decision. It's a weak decision too because you didn't even stand on it.
It definitely is a weak decision.
It's a mutual decision for both sides if you stand on your decision. It's a mutual decision for both sides of, hey, listen, Kyrie, we understand you want to play, but we don't think that it's going to be best for the team. I respected the decision in the beginning. I said if I got 98% of my players vaccinated and Kyrie Irving could possibly bring the virus into here, I wouldn't want him on my team either right now. Because I know at a minimum, Kevin Durant being healthy and not having COVID-19 is going to work out better for my team. But
and then what happened? The entire league caught COVID still.
Well, it also
the entire league still caught COVID.
It also coincides with the week Kyrie came back. But what I'm saying is, if you stand on it, it doesn't look bad. But no, you said, well, Kyrie, we struggling without you, man. Come on back. I know, you're not. You can only play road games now, but I would really enjoy having you back on the team and playing well and doing. You know what I'm saying? Like stand. If you're not gonna stand on the decision, you just look weak.
Hey, and the crazy thing is, I think he's absolutely gonna get vaccinated. He's just like, don't try to force me to do it, though.
I guarantee they paying
it's just
$65,000.
It's just irresponsible, man. You're talking about public safety. I feel like people are acting like this is a Tuskegee experiment type thing. It's like this is the entire world. This isn't just America. It's
not just black people this time.
Right. It's not that. So to have this position, like people look, the forces that be want to start making money again. So the entire economy, the whole world is affected by this. So that's why it's not just this isolated incident only in the US. Everybody's wearing masks across the world.
Well, it's just my thing with Kyrie is like, do whatever you want. If you Kyrie, do whatever you want. I don't care. And I like the Kyrie. You know why I respect Kyrie? Because Kyrie is not getting the vaccine because Kevin Durant got hurt. That was the first question they asked him. Well, now you're going to get the vaccine so you can play at home? No. My stance hasn't changed. You know what I'm saying? My viewpoints haven't changed. Nothing about what I'm going through has changed. Kevin Durant getting hurt doesn't change that for me. Kyrie's standing on it. The people I want these national media to have beef with Brooklyn. Have beef with the organization for not standing on their issues. You know what I'm saying? Like have beef with them. Because at least Kyrie's standing on what he said. Brooklyn started losing a few games and realized, hey, we've really only got like a 3 to 4 year window to win a championship here. If we don't win it this year, when are we gonna win it? Oh, hey Kyrie, you still want to do this whole basketball thing? Can you play the sports still? We'd love to have you back in the room.
Have beef with those who absolutely tried to hide their vaccination status. Have beef with your ABs. Have beef with your Aaron Rodgers. Have beef with especially Aaron Rodgers.
AB's a wild one. He came with the card.
Falsified card. Which, by the way, did he ever get vaccinated?
I don't know.
Who cares?
No, he did. He did. Because he said he would take it. Like his agent was like, he'll take it on TV or something like that, trying to like show that he was all in for it. But no, that one was the funniest one because I was like the fake vax cards be cracking me up because they be having names misspelled, the company misspelled, the vaccine misspelled.
I just found it funny because of the chef, like
right, big snitching.
Man, all right, you ain't finna pay me my $5K. Yeah, y'all know it be walking around with a fake vaccination card, right?
Hey, it did escalate quickly. It was like, oh, you're not going to pay me my
Real
money?
quick.
Not vaxxed. What? Hey, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, man. I had to give the super producer a few extra minutes for pulling up so late. Shout out to everybody.
He about to go
There
right
you
back to
go.
sleep. Watch this.
Hey,
Yeah,
going
there
clean
you
back
go.
to sleep. Shout out to everybody for rocking with the show, man. We appreciate all the love. Tuning in with us for another morning, man. As always, it's your boy, Pat the Designer, joined by the pettiest man alive, Mr. P.kidd, man, formerly known as Ringo J, and the super producer, Joel Holt.
You're not rocking
Y'all
with
stay
the
safe
best.
out there, man.